Have you ever been with someone who said who used the phrase "made love"?
Absolutely
Actually,
not.
No.
She's
Not
different.
to me. They didn't say it to me, but I could imagine them saying it.
Okay.
Which
Fair.
is just as bad.
Have you, Gabby?
Probably.
Probably. Oh,
Yeah,
I've
sure.
never had that, and I never want that.
No.
No.
I've said
way.
it like as a joke.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been like, are we gonna make love? But also, like,
Yeah.
the men that I fuck have like neck tattoos and have been to prison. So like,
So they only make love.
only make
yeah.
I fucked a guy for like 6 months who brought a gun every time he came over.
Oh God, yeah.
I thought you were about to say he brought a gun every time he came. That was the only way.
He
He
was
needs
like,
one in the room.
I can only nut if it's on the nightstand. I don't see him anymore.
You want the cock? I gotta bring the Glock.
I don't see him anymore. Ready? Because I wanted to date and he didn't want to.
Oh.
Well, I understand that there is protective instinct in bringing a gun over. Like, who knows what it probably made you feel safe the first time.
No, I didn't like it at all. I was like, can you please not
I
bring
hate
I was
it.
gonna say
hearing
that
about
would make
this.
me feel very unsafe if someone
Yeah.
brought a
Yeah,
gun to
I
a
know.
hookup.
Yeah.
Even the first time he doesn't use it on you, you're like, well,
The
this
first
is a
time he
pattern. This is a
Second
pattern.
time, of course, he gotta use it. You know, Chekhov's gun. You gotta.
Chekhov's gun. Well, it's like, this is a pattern. Was it disappointing when the gun didn't go off? Like Chekhov's gun vibes?
go.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah. I was like, where is the third act? That's the smartest joke I've ever made. I've peaked. You know what? Let's end the podcast.
Yeah, we're done. We're
Enough,
done. Yeah.
enough. Welcome to Two Nosy Meerkats.
Welcome
We've
to
been
Two Nosy Meerkats podcast. We're done. We Me Too'd ourselves somehow.
Yeah, we did it.
We did it,
We're
finally.
canceled. I'm Lukas Arnold.
and I'm Gabs. What if I just started calling you Gabs?
People call me Gabs.
Do they?
Yeah.
I don't want to be that person.
Do you
Moving
like
on.
Gabs?
Do you like it?
I like it, but it's very intimate for me. To be called Gabs,
Yeah.
there's a certain boldness required for it.
Yeah.
People call me Brit. I feel a little like that. It's kind of a family thing.
Oh,
Does your
I
family call
actually-
you Brit?
Sometimes Brady. I
Britty.
really like it.
I don't know if I like Brit. Britta would be fun.
Britta.
Yeah.
But also, isn't your dad's name Britt?
My dad's name is Britt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Named
Really?
after
She's
my
named
dad.
after her
I don't
dad.
know if we talked about this last time.
No.
I'm
not.
Brittany Cardwell, by the way.
Yes. No. Let's give a proper introduction. Brittany Cardwell and Ali O'Neill, fantastic comedians. Give it up for
Yay.
them.
Brittany is returning. Ali
Brittany is
is
returning.
entering.
I'm new.
Brand
I was
new.
gonna. I
Bring
was,
along my little sidekick.
hi, I'm a little sidekick.
Yeah, you're-
If I was gonna introduce myself, I was gonna be like, I'm Dennis Rodman. But
You're the
I'm
Andy Richter of this duo.
not. Hell yeah, I am the Andy Richter because I'm a wild card baby.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Do you think, who among us is the Dennis Rodman of you and me?
Oh.
I think it's me.
I think it's you too.
I think it's you
I mean,
too.
it's me.
look at your
Wait, Dennis
outfit.
Rodman
Look at
and
my
who
outfit.
though?
Very Dennis
What?
Rodman.
Yeah.
Dennis Rodman and who? What if I'm the Kim Jong Un?
Yep, that's what I was going to say.
yeah,
I forgot
baby.
they're so tight.
No, they're
Yeah, they're-
besties.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are.
But also, okay, if you look into that story, let's talk about Dennis Rodman for a bit.
Let's do
If
it.
you
Let's
look
do
at that
it.
story, Dennis Rodman, he had like a really, really crazy upbringing and like was like just like he met Kim Jong Un, or was it Il?
It was Un.
It was Un. Okay, he met Kim Jong Un and was like, this guy is so misunderstood. That's like why he's
Aw.
friends with him. Like,
He
truly-
empathized with him.
You know,
He was-
I honestly think that would happen to me. Like, I honestly think if I met a dictator, I'd be like, if I were your mother, the world would have been warm.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah, I've already done this in like so many relationships.
Yeah,
Yeah?
that's true.
Yeah, I think it's one of those toxic girly
This poor
qualities.
sick man.
He needs
I'm
help.
gonna deal with this.
It's what happens when you're an empath.
Oh God, I'm not calling myself that.
Yeah, if
because
I
I don't
ever-
like people who call themselves that. So, the people that are just like, it's because I'm an empath. It's
I know.
because-
Those
you
are
don't
the
do
people
that.
who like
I'm not making fun of you.
No. I don't think I'm an empath. Those people emotionally hold you hostage. That's what they do.
Yeah, those
They're
are
like
the emotional dumpers.
exactly.
Oh,
They're like,
yeah.
I can't
Wait,
believe-
empaths are the people
No,
that
the
go
people
after
that
empaths.
No,
say that they're
empaths.
empaths to
Ah.
everybody.
Yeah.
Are the ones
Okay.
that like tell you about everything that's ever happened to them the first time you meet them.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then they're just like giving you all of their emotion.
You know, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, I kind of like those people because it's like, boy, do I've never had less to do in a conversation.
I do like
Yeah.
it when I'm a little tired. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
I, don't
I
know
like
anything
it
It
when
is
I-
also trustworthy. You're like, I believe every word this person
All I
is
have
saying.
to do is stand
I don't
here.
believe there's an
Great.
ulterior motive, you know?
Yeah. I like it if I can only see them every once in a while.
Yeah.
I don't like them if they're around all the time.
No, of course
those
not.
those people make the worst decisions and they have the best stories.
Yeah.
And so
Mm.
you're like, oh my god, tell me about this guy that you dated who had a gun.
Empaths.
And like I just love listening to them talk about that shit. But if they like are at my work, I'm like, leave me alone.
Yeah.
That's a lot every day.
Yeah.
Every day that's a lot, but that's a fun like Netflix binge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they'll like text you like you're a diary for them.
Oh.
You get like 6 or 7 that are just like, I did this and I feel like this and
Yeah.
and then you write back and then nothing happens.
And you're like, hey, my mom died. And then they're like, that sucks. This guy will not text me back. And you're like, okay, dude. It's
Ooh.
always like so one-sided for people.
My mom died. That sucks. I feel that because I'm an empath.
yeah.
Anyway, I got this weird email from work.
Yeah.
It was Nancy Pelosi asking me for money, much like how I used to ask my mom.
I love those emails, dude.
Oh, I love those texts. So, like when it starts like, "Hey Lucas, it's Nancy."
Yeah.
I love those intros as if we're on a first name basis.
Yeah,
Biggest
I
plot
know.
twist is if that was not an automated text for you.
Oh, I've responded pretending that we actually know each other. I was like, I once was like, Nancy, we had one night of passion. Let it go.
Did they respond?
Nah, nothing.
Nah.
I have these ladies, you've seen this, who text me. This happens every like month or two.
so
Some
excited.
lady who has lived in LA at some point will text me and she's like, hey, is this Anna? I have like 6 different ladies texting me being like, is this Anna?
It's all Anna.
They all think I'm Anna or someone who knows Anna. And somehow they think I'm in this like group. And I'll get a text and I'll be like, hey, sorry, wrong number. And then they'll write back and they're like, oh, I am so sorry to interrupt your day. I hope that I didn't mess up your day. They're like obviously old ladies who think that they've made this huge like social faux pas just by texting the wrong number. And then they're like, maybe we should get a coffee if you're ever in LA.
Wait, you gotta do it now.
You gotta do
You gotta
it.
do
I
it.
got like 3 coffee invites from these different ladies.
Oh, sorry, I have to adjust.
And it's not a prank. What if it's a prank?
I feel like
It's a weird prank though.
It's too long of a game for it to
No,
be a
it's
prank.
too long.
Yeah.
They'd get
No, that's
tired of it
true.
at some point.
Yeah.
You know what happened? If these are
Why
old
pick
ladies, they wrote down somebody's phone number and then couldn't read it properly.
Yeah.
Like,
Or
it-
maybe it was like a 3 and said it was an 8. Do you have
Yeah.
a 3 or an 8 in your
I
number?
got so many 3s.
yeah.
Okay,
So like
Brad.
at
Eights
one
to mix
point,
up.
she wrote down in her
I do
okay,
like my
it's
phone
not
number.
a
Rolodex?
rotisserie. Rolodex.
Yes.
I said
Rotisserie.
rotisserie.
Yeah. She wrote it on the rotisserie.
She wrote it on a rotisserie chicken and then couldn't read it because
But it's
Because
baking in here.
yeah, she's like, well, I can't find a piece of paper. Where's my rotisserie chicken? God, I hate it. And then
Yeah.
like people, she just keeps texting you by accident.
Yeah. They all keep texting.
And then like she gave it to
And they're-
another one of her friends, like Bertha or whatever.
Bertha.
they're all just so similar in the way they deal with it. Which is like, I'm like, you're obviously very good friends. Like,
Do you
'cause
think
you're
they all
so-
text about like what happened to Anna? Like,
Yeah.
like
I know,
they
what's going on
formed
with
their
Anna?
own group chat just wondering what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's gonna be
Instead
a
of like just like getting an investigation going to see if she's dead or missing, they're just like, let's just text that girl again.
Yeah.
she
She
killed
knows
Anna and took her
something.
phone.
They're like, what if we text Anna from a different phone number?
It feels like a Liam Neeson Taken situation where it's like the law
Ooh.
will not suffice. I need to take this into my own hands.
I love that.
Oh
I love
my
that.
God. I'm trying to think of like, because I'm wondering if those were, immediately I was thinking, oh, those may be bots. Did you have like that thought? Because I've had bots be like, oh, did we get the wrong, I think we may have gotten the wrong number. Sorry to ruin your day. Or I've had those.
Yeah.
And then I've like taken it a while until they actually send me selfies.
Wait,
But
how do you
what?
know
Not
it's a
requested,
bot?
they just do it.
But what are these bots? What's their purpose?
I have no idea.
What do you mean the bots send you selfies?
Well, it was one bot
Sorry,
that sent me a
It just looks
selfie.
like the inside of a computer.
No, it's like
I didn't mean
it's-
to make my face that way. I'm like,
It
what
is a woman.
are you sending?
I saw it was like an Asian woman's face that I was sent, and I did a Google reverse image
Oh, and
search.
you thought
and-
she was a robot?
Oh.
Why?
No, I
Why,
thought
Lucas?
I genuinely was afraid of like, okay, has this woman been captured and her face and likeness is being used by
Oh,
someone?
wow. Asian women don't have autonomy. Do you, Lucas?
This
Canceled.
She
Yeah.
must have been captured. Cancel. Cancel the street man.
No, keep going.
Wait, you backwards image search.
I couldn't find anything, so I was like, all right, I'll keep talking and see where this goes.
Where did it go?
How much time
I
do
made
you
a video
have?
about it. I made a video about it. I put it online. It's out there.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Check out
God.
Lucas's video.
I asked
Lucas
people, I
got
was
a
like, is there
video.
anything you would advise I do? They were like, no, this is funny.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But what happened in the conversation? She was
Nothing.
just
They
like-
never asked for anything. I was like, this is the shittiest bot.
Well, mine asked for coffee, so
Yeah, your bot's a lot
Wait,
better.
how did you determine that this was a bot though?
Because I would try to I pretended to be whoever they were looking for. Like
Okay,
like they
this
were
is
asking
insane.
to reserve a spot at a pizza restaurant. I swear to God, they were like, "Oh, we're almost at the place. Do you have a table?" I was like, "Yeah, 100%."
A little bit of a roundabout bot. They usually just ask you for money.
why
Yeah.
do these bots exist? That's what I don't get.
I don't know.
Because there's nothing that they're getting.
They're getting really creative. Have you guys seen the bots? They'll like pose as like comedians' Instagram profiles.
No.
And then they'll.
Does this actually happen?
Yeah, I got a message recently. Let me find it. Talk
on, let
amongst
me-
yourselves while I find it. Talk
Oh,
amongst.
I think this happened to one of my friends recently. It might be the same thing.
Yeah, it's like comedians will. Like someone will like copy a comedian's profile
Yeah.
like pretty much exactly.
Oh, this has happened to me. Oh, I've had that. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then I had to
And then
report
they
it and go
message
through.
all your friends, and they're like, "Hey, thanks for supporting. Follow this page."
No, I've
This
just
is my
had people
thing for my-
impersonate me.
Oh.
I've just had that.
Okay, wait. This. Okay, so this profile, it's this comedian James DeMena. He's a lovely Brooklyn comedian, not someone with like a massive following, just like perfectly nice, normal guy.
Yeah.
Someone posed as his profile, DM'd my show account. Sorry, don't be mad. I have a question for you.
What?
Don't be mad. I have a question.
I said, oh, I'm mad. And
Good response.
he ignored it and said, if $2,000 was sent to you, how will you spend it? Be honest. What will you use it for?
Okay. Yep.
I said I'd literally
groceries.
shove it up your butt. He's
Beautiful. Nice.
Do you okay, at what point in this conversation did you realize it wasn't him?
or immediately. I knew. I was
Okay.
fucking
All
around.
right, fair.
Wait, what if Gabby was like, "What?
Wait, it wasn't him?
It's not him."
Yeah.
He said, wow, heart eyes emoji. Good idea. Thumbs up.
Okay, now I want this to be a beautiful meet cute. Like,
Yeah, and he's like, I've wanted $2,000 to be shoved up my ass for years.
It is a giveaway organized by my
an accent
trading.
for
By my
Please.
trading.
Please.
Yes.
I've been wanting someone to say the magic words.
They literally put a Lucky Charms emoji, or what is it, the 4-leaf clover. They put
Okay,
a 4-leaf
a
clover.
shamrock. Please, this is Irish erasure
Oh, I'm
This
right
is-
now.
so sorry.
Oh my-
Erasing the Irish.
Yeah.
You felt it. You felt.
I was like,
You sensed-
Lucky Charms.
Yeah. The
Sometimes-
Boston in you recognized the Boston in him.
Yeah. Sometimes people will be like, are you offended by the existence of leprechauns? And I'm like, are you implying I'm a fucking leprechaun?
I wasn't
You know what I
implying
mean?
that. No,
No,
I've never
what?
had that
Wait, what?
experience. But
Offended.
maybe it's because you're more leprechaun coded than
Yeah.
we are.
No, because I'm short and I have red hair. So
Yes.
people are like,
And
oh,
Irish.
are you offended by leprechaun? I'm like, no, they're not real, first of all. And like the fact that you're asking me if I'm offended, it would be like, if I was like, Brittany, are you offended by, hold on, I'm trying to think of something.
What? Wait, Brittany, what
Okay.
offends you?
I'm
what
like,
offends you?
Brittany, are you offended by women who look like dogs? You know what I mean? That's what it feels like. I don't think you look
Wait,
like a dog,
What
but
is going on here?
okay, maybe
Allie,
I've never said this out loud.
we gotta talk.
Say it
No.
out loud.
Let's do this
I don't think
after
you look
the
like a
show.
dog, but if I said, "Are you offended by women who look like dogs?" then it would be kind of implying that you look like a dog. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
yes, yes.
So when people ask me if I'm offended by
Exactly
leprechauns,
what you did to me.
I know,
on
but I made it
camera.
up.
Which dog?
What's the best dog, guys?
Schnauzer would be good. I love schnauzers.
Oh,
Schnauzers
no,
are beautiful.
no. You look like
Lucas,
one of the good ones.
are you offended by men who look like cake pops?
Okay, that's too real.
Gabby, are you offended by that cushion?
Crushed velvet.
Oh my
Kinda look
God.
like that cushion.
Good one,
Oh my
good
god. I've been getting Mrs. Doubtfire at roast battles a
Oh
lot.
my God.
That one's rough. That one's
I
rough.
love
Oh,
that
hello,
movie.
But I love
dear.
Miss
Yeah.
Doubtfire. Hello, dear.
Oh, hello, dear. I talk to my dog like that.
beep up, deep up, dance till drop, and yo make a wicked cup of cocoa.
That
I
became a
had
little
that
bit
prepared.
Jamaican.
Yeah.
Yeah, one a little
What do you
Jamaican.
get at roast battles usually? What,
what
do you
do-
get as looks like for roast battles?
Haunted
Oh.
Victorian child.
Yeah, that for sure. Yeah. I've gotten
Good
that. I've gotten One of my favorite ones was Max Gross once said, "I would slap you, but it would sound like shaking laminated paper."
That is so fucking good.
Yeah. I've had a lot of that just about being skinny and or
Yeah.
just how we're having like a big head and like a
Oh no,
Yeah.
that sounds
Oh.
awful.
yeah.
That sounds so. One day I want.
I'm a victim.
to, when
that's
it's like
all people on
100
TV
pounds,
look
have all
like.
the roast be like, "You're so skinny." I'd be like, "Oh my god, stop! This is hurtful. This hurts so bad."
What can I tell you? I was at a party recently where I had the weirdest conversation with a guest. It was at
Why did you call them again? I don't know why it makes me laugh when you're
that I
like,
said a
Have
guest.
you worked in restaurants?
You mean
is
a
that
person?
why?
I have not worked in restaurants.
Okay, then it makes no fucking sense. Anyway,
Yeah.
go on.
No, but
it feels like a murder mystery party if you call them a guest.
it is a,
guest.
a
If you
guest.
say a guest, it feels like a person you didn't really get along with.
Oh, I didn't get along
Like they were
with
just
her.
also there.
No.
Okay, it makes
They
sense.
were
Okay.
just also there.
No,
So
but
you had a conversation with an enemy.
I had a conversation with an enemy, my foe, and she said, "You are very skinny," and I was like, "I know," and she then said, "What's your body fat percentage?"
Oh my god.
I was like,
She's gonna also like measure your cranium after. It's so weird.
it was
Phrenology.
going there. It was. I had witnesses, and but then she was like, "What
What's your
body?"
resting heart rate?
Yeah. It's very low, actually.
So is mine.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
I got
That's
a
where I
story to
recognize you
tell
from.
about that.
Oh, yeah. No,
actually.
wait. Hold
That's
on.
where I
hold on.
recognize you from. I'm sorry. What? Where is this going? Anyway,
Yeah.
There is
the
a
meeting.
secret society. Low heart rate people recognize.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But no, she was.
We're not allowed it.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just
What?
vaping all the time.
Yeah,
so
our
I'm just
heart rates
off
are
my fucking
really high.
balls on amphetamines all the time.
Did you
anyway.
guys see what's?
Wait, very quickly.
Oh yeah,
let
yeah.
me just
Sorry,
let me finish
sorry,
very quickly.
sorry.
Very quick.
God, I'm
she then
sorry.
asked me like what my ideal body type was that I wanted for myself. I was like, "What's wrong?"
Where is she going
This is
with?
your
I have
enemy?
No, and what?
You said this is an enemy?
This is a new enemy.
Oh.
It sounds like she's about to sell you
Recent
like an
edition.
MLM thing.
Yeah.
Well, then I was like, I mean, maybe I'd like myself more toned. And then she was like, "Oh, if you want steroids, I have a guy."
She was negging you into buying
Yeah.
illicit substances.
Royden.
Apparently, she was like notorious roided,
Roiden.
which weirdly makes your head bigger, doesn't it?
Do I know this person?
I think it
You
ma-
may have
makes
met her
your
at the
neck
party. It was
bigger.
Tina's party.
Okay. Oh my god. I thought you were gonna say it was Tina. And that would
No,
really
no,
make
no,
me
no, no,
laugh.
no, no.
Wait, does steroids make your head muscles?
Yeah, it does.
It does.
It
It
does.
makes your head bigger.
Did
I
you
don't
ever
need
see
that.
photos of
Wait.
Barry Bonds before and after?
Oh, right. He did
Yeah.
have a big head.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Huge head. His helmet didn't fit after a while. Yeah.
They did give him a bigger helmet.
What do you guys think about those big necks?
I love a big neck on a guy.
I don't like
Really?
it. I don't like
Oh
it.
yeah.
I'm not a big neck
I like a
lady.
guy who has got a neck like an ox.
Yeah.
Interesting.
my
What
God.
is that? When you
Billy
see a big neck,
Princel's-
what does that do to your brain? Like the deepest part of your brain? What do you think?
I'm like, this guy could kill me.
Do you guys know this? Billy Princell has this joke about how he was trying to make
Oh my God.
his neck muscles huge
Yeah.
in college
because of Beauty and the Beast.
because of Beauty and the Beast, and then he like I can't remember how it goes, but he tried to like pull like an ox. He was like trying to lift something with his neck, like at a party.
But the reason why is because in Beauty and the Beast, Gaston like
Yeah.
busts
breaks
a belt,
something
yeah.
open with his neck.
I remember
and so
that,
Billy was
yeah.
like, "This is the peak ideal
Yeah.
male form."
Oh my god.
And so then he was just Billy Princell, just like a
I
little
can
skinny
imagine
man,
that's-
and then a big
Big-ass
fat ass neck.
Yeah.
He's actually quite like a
Yeah, he's
fairly
actually
built
jacked.
guy.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
actually
he's buff.
yeah.
We've talked to him before, and he's like, "I can only wear long sleeves on stage because my arms are distracting." And I
Oh
was
my
like, "Who
God.
told you that?"
Yeah. His mom.
He probably he was told that by one woman, and he was like, "This is the best compliment
Yeah, I
I
know.
have ever received."
Good
That's
impression.
that's a very good impression of him.
Wait, Brittany, what was your story? If you remember.
Oh, it was about my low resting heart rate.
Yes.
Yeah, wait, go
Hit it,
for
yeah.
it. Tell it.
Well, I went to the doctor one time to officially get all my stuff done, right? He walks into the room.
Stuff.
Your stuff.
She's like, "I'm taking it into a shop."
I need
You
an
gotta
oil
get your stuff
change.
done. That is kind of how I treat it. It's just like a thing on my list. But he walks in, this doctor, and he just stares at me for a while, and he goes, "You seem like you have like low blood pressure and like low
You just
resting
seem
heart
like
rate
it?
and stuff."
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, he was
You
just
got that
looking
look.
at
Are you
me.
sure this was a doctor?
Well, it was a City MD, so
Oh, so
Oh,
you
okay.
Oh my god. Yeah, when I
they
went
just needed
there,
a warm body.
I asked the guy, I went there and I asked, I like had gotten like my first vaccine, not my second one at that time. And I asked the guy like, "Oh, when'd you get your vaccine?" And he was like, haven't gotten it. I'm too scared. I was like, you're a nurse.
So this guy,
Wow.
he walks in, just looks at me, and he's like, it seems like you have low blood pressure and you probably have a low resting heart rate, right? He was like, oh yeah, you seem like you probably exercise a lot. And then I was like, are you gonna like do anything? And I was like, are you
Oh, we
hitting
did no
on me?
tests?
He's like, you look like you exercise.
He just looked at you.
Wait, was he hitting on you?
I don't know.
But did he do tests?
He did eventually, but yeah.
Wait,
I
but
there-
was he right about everything?
Yeah, I do have a low resting heart rate and low blood pressure.
And you work out a
Wow.
lot.
Yeah.
That's crazy
was
that he
weird.
just looked
That
at
is
you.
kind of
He's
cool,
like
though.
training to be a psychic, and he uses his time at City MD to like practice on me.
Oh my God.
He's like, I'm just working at City MD to cover my psychic college classes.
He also,
is
this
wild.
was one of the doctors. I think I was actually there for a COVID test, not for all this other stuff.
Uh-huh.
And I told him I had like symptoms and stuff, and I just wanted to double check. And he ran the test, came back in. It wasn't finished, but he was like, yeah, it looks like it's probably going to be negative, so you can go. He was like so lax.
That's worrying.
He let me go like without knowing. I mean, obviously I didn't do anything until I got the real test back.
Yeah.
But he was
Yeah.
like, yeah, you're probably good.
He's like, you don't look like you have COVID.
No.
Nah, you look like a nice girl.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but psychics, because we were talking about them, they come up to me all the time. Do you guys have that experience?
What?
No.
Psychics are like obsessed with me. I think I have a gullible face, so they come up to me
I
and
do
they're
too.
like, "You look like you need a psychic." I'm like, and I've always been a little curious. So I'm like, okay. Like one time I walked into a woman's office and she gave me like a psychic reading, and at first it was like very good, and then she was like, "And you know what else? He doesn't love you." And I was like, well, I've been with a woman for 3 years.
Yeah.
So whoever he is, I
Did you
hope
not
he's
go,
okay.
oh, nice, he's over me.
Yeah. Thank
were
God
like, oh,
he's
thank
over
God.
me.
Oh, beautiful.
I did a psychic reading one time. It was my
Wait, you
first
performed one or you received
No,
one?
no, sorry, I received one.
Okay.
Sorry.
Are you going to talk about this City MD appointment again?
Yeah.
It was when I first moved to New York, and I was like, oh, this will like help me generate material for comedy or whatever, right? Wait, I didn't talk about this last time, right?
I don't think you
I don't
did.
think
No, I
I
don't
did.
think so.
No, go for it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I moved to New York, and I was like, oh, I'm going to get material. I'm going to go to a psychic. It'll be hilarious. It's going to be so funny. And I'm going to get so many jokes after.
It's gonna be so real.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was my aim going in. I was like, I'm gonna get all this material, whatever. And then I get there. Oh, also 2 weeks before this meeting, I had been having like my back's like really bad. And I'd been thinking, I was like, man, it's been bad for like 10 years. Maybe I have scoliosis and it wasn't caught or whatever. So I'd been thinking I had scoliosis specifically for 2 weeks. Then I go to this psychic thinking it's going to be hilarious. The first thing she says to me is, you've been thinking you have scoliosis and you don't. Crazy, right?
That's wild.
So then I listened to everything she said to me. After that, like I took everything seriously. It wasn't funny at all. Mostly it was about how my relationship was really bad.
Oh. Did you garner
I
any
was like,
wisdom?
true.
Yeah. Oh,
do
you
you
were
want?
just like, this was a money well spent. Like,
Well, I don't know. I was still skeptical, but I was like, why would she say something so specific about my exact thoughts
That's crazy.
in the last
Yeah.
2 weeks? Wild, right?
Did you like tweet about it
No.
or something? Okay.
No. I don't think I talked to anybody about it. I didn't
Yeah.
have any like. Also, I hadn't met her before. I didn't schedule it. I just walked in, so she couldn't have like learned about me at all.
Okay, who is she? I want to see her.
I know. I want to see her again.
Yeah.
I want to see
Yeah.
her.
It
I
was
I would
close
love
to
to-
Bowery. The
Okay.
Bowery stop.
I have a sort of almost a slightly spooky story, but also kind of cute. Okay, so like when I was I don't know if I ever told you about this, but like when I was in the hospital last year by my dad's bedside as he was passing away,
Yeah.
one of his like best friends was there, and this was in upstate New York, and I was like staying with like a friend.
Oh,
Anyway-
you've spoken about this on stage. It's very good.
No, not about
Oh,
this.
not that
this
one?
This
Okay.
isn't a joke, but no. So
That
don't
is
fucking
not a
laugh.
joke.
Okay.
This isn't a fucking joke, Gabby.
No, but
He
she,
brought me into his house. I thought we were gonna have a good time, and he started telling me about
Yeah.
his past.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
but
But I'm
Go
an
on with
empath,
your little
so-
story, Lucas.
So, like, I'm
but
by-
it's really good.
yeah.
Sorry, where were you?
Can't wait.
I was at the hospital, and
That sounds really sad.
yeah, it's really sad.
Can you tell us
No.
about the snacks they had available there?
None. I didn't
Oh.
get any snacks while I was there, but I had some brought to me.
You didn't have any pudding cups?
No, I'm not a big pudding guy.
No.
What about Jell-O?
They always have pudding and Jell-O in
We're
hospitals.
really trying to avoid hearing about this.
I know. We're like, let's keep it light. Come on, is
Yeah,
there
yeah.
pudding there?
No, I'm just kidding.
No, so
No, please tell
by
us.
my dad, and so, but then this woman, who I'm not going to mention her name because I don't want to bring her into this, but let's call her Marcy.
Marcy,
Okay.
that's a good name.
It's a good name. Yeah,
Yeah.
people are called Marcy. So Marcy was like, Lukas, I know this is going to sound weird. You may not believe me, but I'm very intuitive. And I believe your father's spirit is standing behind you. And he's like, he's putting his hand on your shoulder, and he's just holding you. And he wants you to know that he loves you.
and he's putting up little bunny ears.
Smile.
He's like, and he got you, bitch.
Yeah. But
and he got
then
your nose.
no, but then she was like, I think his spirit actually just went back into his body because he got scared from being outside of his body.
What?
But here's the thing. Previously, years and years ago, my dad told me, because like my dad sort of like believed in the occult, he said that he almost astral projected, like left his body, but that he did it twice, and each time he got scared and immediately rushed back into his body.
What?
So I was like, okay, this sounds like him.
Whoa.
Oh my god, that's
Yeah.
crazy,
Whoa.
dude.
When she said he was behind you, did you feel like anything?
No.
Or, yeah.
No,
That's
I didn't.
Bananas.
But in the moment, because like I was crying, I was like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna choose to believe this because this
Yeah.
is gonna help. I
Yeah,
was like,
yeah.
it was a very nice moment.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And he astro projected for you.
Yeah,
Aw.
he did it one more time.
Yeah,
That's
and then
so
he was like,
nice.
"Oh fuck!"
Yeah.
Back into his
And he's
body.
like, okay, I'm
Gotta
done
go.
now. Bye bye.
Dude, okay, so my mom, like, she was okay, so my mom's dead now, and she was like, but this was like years and years ago before she like died.
another
Oh,
death
when she was
like-
alive.
When she was
We have alive
alive.
parents.
Should we just have our own little conversation?
Yeah.
You're like, these
I am
guys
the heart
are
rate thing.
these guys are
Just
fucking
chat.
bummers, dude.
Allie, can you stop taking my thing?
Oh, sorry. I'll just fucking make my mom alive again. I just dropped my phone. But
No, she did.
Oh my god, it was my mom. But so she was telling me about one time she had like heart problems a lot when I was younger, and so she would be in the hospital and then like be coming out of like anesthesia, and she'd be like, I would be sitting there staring down at my body, and then when I woke up, the doctor was like, "Who's Michael?" And she was like, "Michael is my oldest sibling who died in 1991. How fucking nuts is that?"
Wait, I'm confused.
Yeah,
Wait,
me
so
too.
wait,
The doctor
so she
said
was-
who's Michael?
The doctor asked her who's Michael because as she was coming out of anesthesia, she was like seeing, she thinks that she like crossed over to the other side or like visited
and
or
saw
they
her-
came
and saw Michael.
and saw her like
and
oldest
she was like talking.
and she was like, yeah, she was like talking and stuff. Whoa. And so like I'm like, I don't think that proves anything, but spooky.
Spooky.
Ooh, spooky, spooky.
Dude, that's awesome.
yeah.
That is wild.
Do you
Oh
guys
my
ever
God.
watch The Celebrity Medium? The kid who like
Oh, that guy.
yeah.
I've seen him. Yeah.
So that was the smartest thing anyone's ever did. This kid was like 21 and he pretended that he was a medium who could like feel, the spirits of the dead. And initially, like he's admitted, he was like,
They're
I
all
did this to
pretending.
Well, of course. At first, so when I watched the Long Island Medium, I was like, maybe this is real. And then I read a Reddit thread that was like, if this was real, don't we think this would have changed the course of history? And I was like, wait, you're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah.
this kid like was doing it to like get his way through college, and then he got his own show eventually where he started doing it to celebrities. But he would pretend he grew up very sheltered and that he didn't know who they were. But obviously he Googled them.
Their whole
Yeah.
life is online.
Yeah.
But also it's like, don't you think that like, okay, climate change is real and we haven't changed anything?
genuinely
You know what I
love this
mean?
segue. Whatever
I
it
love
is,
this.
I'm in.
I
But
can't
I'm
wait.
saying that like, okay, I don't believe that like mediums and fucking spirits and shit are real, but like the argument that if like it was real, it would have changed the course of history. Like climate change is real and we're not fucking doing anything about it. You know what I mean?
Ooh, good point.
So
Just that we might be able to ignore something as revolutionary as that would be.
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah,
think
that's
I don't,
it.
I don't
Which
think
we've
that that's a good
already
enough
done
argument.
with the alien stuff.
Yes.
True.
Like-
we
Yes.
have.
And
Yes.
everyone's
That
like,
was
yeah,
real.
yeah,
That
yeah.
was confirmed. They were like, yeah, this is a UFO.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
like,
and
we
then
that.
know. We've always known.
And then they were like, we're all watching Tiger King right
yeah,
now.
None
Shut
of us
up.
like, yeah. Wait, somebody just told me this insane story about Okay, so this woman.
This became a conspircy theories
Dude,
podcast, and
this is a
I'm
crazy
enjoying it.
story.
Well, this is Ancient Aliens now.
Oh hell yeah, brother!
I've heard a lot of these stories recently. I mean, I don't know what they really mean, but this woman, she got a gift from her parents. It was like an antique dresser, and she went into the garage to like, I don't know, go look at it or something. She put her hand on the drawer. She was like, her hand was like stuck to the drawer, and something like a spirit entered her, which is what she thinks happened. She had a vision that she was.
Did it have a gun?
Yeah.
Because if it did, I'm going to fuck it.
If it had a huge neck, I'm in.
Huge neck and a gun, sign me up, baby.
Yeah. So she's like stuck to this drawer. She's like possessed. She has a vision that she's gonna marry this guy who's been her best friend forever or something, but who she never like thought of. And then she wakes up and she's like crying and breaking down, and her hand's still stuck to the drawer, and her parents run in and like have to pry her hand off the drawer. Crazy, right? And then she married that guy.
Whoa.
Aw.
Yeah, weird, right?
This is somebody
How
you know
does the guy
personally?
feel about this?
I don't know. It's wild. Yeah, he's
Does
like,
he not
"Why-"
think, okay, I love you, but this is a little nutty?
Well, that just goes to show you how stupid men are. It'd be like,
Yeah.
I had a vision that you were a ghost and we got married. He'd be like, okay.
And
Yeah.
he's like, I'm horny.
This other woman.
Oh, sick ass.
Yeah.
I was talking to my friend's mom the other day, and she was telling me all about her. It was actually Maggie's mom. She was telling me all about her, like how she met her husband. She was like, yeah, I had this dream, and there was this guy, this man, and he had a beard, and he was tall, and he had dark hair, and like blah, blah, blah. He looked like this. And then like a week later, she met that man, like the exact man from her dream. I mean, she
Oh
thought
my
it was
God.
the same guy. Maybe he just looked really similar. And then they got married. She was like, I knew it was him.
Oh my god.
Crazy, right? And then I had a dream the other night about some dude. And then I was on Hinge the other day feeling bored and desperate. And
I'm on
somebody
the edge of my
had liked
fucking
me
seat.
who looked exactly like that guy in
Oh
my
my
dream.
God.
And then I was like, no, you just really want something to happen and it's not real. And then
Yeah.
I swiped
Yeah.
left.
I thought where this was going was you messaged him like, hey, this is crazy. I totally saw you in a
This
dream
is crazy,
last
but
night.
my friend's mom said this, and then I had a dream.
Yeah. I thought you were about to be like, I'm pregnant now. This is the one.
You should have met up with him.
I should have, huh? Wait, I might not have swiped left yet. I think I might have.
You might
got
still be
to
able
it.
to.
I think I got to it, and I was like, I don't know what to do in this situation, so I just put it down.
Yeah, when
You
you do
gotta
it,
you gotta swipe right on this guy.
You got to do it.
Okay.
Give him
I'll
a
do it.
chance.
I'll do it.
Give him a chance.
I'll do it. I'll send an update.
oh man.
Do it.
When I recently realized, so something I do for fun is I edit my friends' Hinge profiles.
I need to give you mine.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I
I'm
love
so
editing
in.
people's Hinge profiles as well.
Mine
it's
is
so much fun.
I'm just like,
Do you make them funny or serious?
I make them funny and I get the matches because of it.
Yeah.
I have done this multiple
Oh,
times.
I get people like scary matches. Like people will like
I mean, they're
kind
not
of call the
good, but,
cops
like,
on
they're
people
still
matches.
Yeah.
Because all of the
I get
prompts
myself
I
scary
write are
matches.
like, "Where's Amelia Earhart?" and stuff. And like I think that's so funny, but people will, like apparently girls will be like, "I had to delete Hinge because too many guys were like, where is she?"
Yeah. It opens up too much. Allie knows this. I have weird stuff in my profile, and I do attract
my
weird
God.
men.
We
I go
gotta
on
talk
When
many
you
about
say
the
weird
dates.
picture.
stuff, what kind of weird?
we gotta talk about the picture,
It's
Brittany.
like I wet the bed till I was 12.
Wait, what is the picture?
My dog bit my mouth.
It's
after
of the
I told him I loved
sheets.
him.
Yeah, it's a picture of her
Oh, I love this picture.
on a trampoline. Also, like
Favorite picture.
Brittany, Brittany acted like this was normal, and then showed me her fucking profile, and she was like, "I don't know why I don't get any matches." And
No,
then
I
it's
get
like,
lots of matches, but I end up going on dates
and
with
then it's
extreme characters.
always freaks.
So I have fun watching on the date because they are like really, really bizarre. And then I end up on these 5-hour dates because I can't stop. I'm really entertained by this person, but they're not a good person to be around.
Yeah. And then
Oh no.
and then she's like, I don't know why this keeps happening. And then I look at her profile, and it's like, something you should know about me is I wet the bed till I was 12. And I was like, yeah, dude, this is the reason why.
It's funny though.
And then also there's a picture of her on her Hinge profile from her childhood of her jumping on a trampoline,
here it is.
Okay.
and she's shaped like a trapezoid. And she's jumping.
That's my favorite picture ever. Allie made me a shirt with that on it for my birthday.
Yes, I did. Yes, it did. And
Wait,
it says
can I-
Brittany.
Okay, wait. Okay, we're at like 38 minutes. Can you screenshot this and
Yeah.
send it to me for me to edit in?
Of course.
Yes.
Please?
This is very like mom I threw up
Wait, can I
energy.
look through the rest of it?
Sure.
Oh my god.
I think I made it a little better after Ali
Okay.
told me how bad
fucking
it
Okay,
was.
first off,
unhinged it
beautiful
was.
first picture. You look great.
Thank you.
I know,
That's a
she's-
photo juice picture right
Yeah.
there.
Very,
Shout out
very
to Photo
hot.
Juice.
And then she has that fucking picture on it. And I'm like,
Okay.
baby.
I'm trying to show them that I am like that. Because I am. Like,
Yeah.
Told my childhood dog I loved him and he bit my mouth and then we kept him for 8 more years. Well, of course you kept him. That's the empath in me. I'm like, well,
It's
he
not
had a
as-
good reason.
It's
Wait,
not
I
as-
love most irrational fear. Phoenix.
I hate Phoenix.
Wait,
Oh, yeah, and then
Arizona?
the picture below that is me wearing a shirt that says Phoenix is boring.
Okay, can I
Do
say?
you mean like Rise of the Phoenix?
No,
Do you mean
just the
City. I
animal, the
hate the
mythical
city.
creature? Yeah.
I hate the city so much.
Why?
And I
What
got
did
that
it do
shirt
to
made
you?
for me.
Oh my god.
Can I say
so bad.
the final picture of you on the trampoline? That is like, it's so funny that makes me go, okay, this person has a real sense of humor.
Yeah.
And that would, yeah. So
Yeah.
it's,
No.
I think it's a good profile.
Well,
I
I
do.
changed a lot ever since Ali and I had talked. It used to be, there used to be a lot more weird stuff in there.
Oh yeah.
I used to say like, I used to sell candy bars illegally. Like whatever. It's just like I just made a list of like just random stuff that I remembered doing. There used to be like 10 things in my when it was a Tinder
Hey, list
profile.
them all. Please,
Wait,
if
were you
can
trying to raise
remember.
money for your basketball
Yeah,
team on
what
the
is that?
subway?
No. Well, I was selling candy bars for my tennis team, and then I
Oh, you
realized
actually
That's
were
a
one of those
twist.
kids?
That's a twist.
Wow.
Yeah, but then I realized I could just keep the box, like the sale-looking box from the school, and I got
Yeah.
a bunch of cheap candy bars from our grocery store, and just kept refilling the box.
So you ran a scam?
Yeah, it's immoral. I just like
It's
made
immoral.
money, but I was a
Listen.
kid. I thought it was smart, but it was wrong. We also tried to raise money for like a senior trip, but we didn't. We only made $100 over like 8 hours of washing cars. So we all just were like,
8
all right,
hours?
all
It's
right,
because
we'll just
it's because
keep
the person
$10.
washing the car was the last photo in your Hinge profile.
Oh my god.
I don't mean to
forgot what I
offend,
was looking
but
for.
I wouldn't trust a child to do a good, thorough cleaning of a car.
No, I don't want kids anywhere near me or my vehicle. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Children just should not be allowed.
No.
Yeah.
Just anywhere near you.
We're all
Just
anywhere
no,
near
no,
you.
just
playing
not allowed.
Usher
No.
really loud.
In general.
My 8th grade school trip was like, I kind of wish we'd raise more money for it because it was like a cheap ass trip.
Wait, what happened? Where did you go?
We went to the Dude Ranch, which
excuse
is
me?
not a real dude ranch. It was a like a
Weird choice.
hotel.
This sounds like a place in a
style.
romance novel.
It sounds like a place where you go to get fucked by dudes.
Exactly.
I have to look up exactly what it was. It was somewhere in Connecticut, but it was modeled off of like a
Where dudes
cowboy
come
dude
from.
ranch. It was the most like just they had like a mini golf course, but it was like haunted as fuck.
Oh.
Like nothing worked. It was like closed down. They had like these paddle boats, but you could only go out like 3 feet before you had to turn around.
3 feet.
Not like actually 3. I don't know how measurements work. You could go to like one part of the lake where there was like roped off, and then you had to like turn around.
Oh, gotcha. Because they didn't want you like gunning and just like going down all the way the Connecticut River.
Which I would have
Oh.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would have gone on
And
my
you're like,
Lana Del
all
Rey
You would have gone
journey.
full Huck Finn, just like started a new life.
I would have
Yeah.
done it.
You're like, this is why there's rules. Because of people like me.
Because
Yeah.
that was also in the era of like Facebook photo albums. Remember people
Oh,
taking photos
yeah.
of you on
Oh,
Facebook?
yeah.
It was also when I got boobs, or like when my boobs were first.
You got boobs at the ranch?
at the ranch. They appeared on me. They were like, "Oh, baby."
I
just
call
like-
them the dudes.
Dude, when you said dude ranch, I'm picturing like a bunch of like naked guys on all fours, like running around a field and eating grass.
I gotta look up. What
You're
this
like,
place actually looks
there's a
like.
baby dude.
somewhere in Connecticut.
Why
the
is
Dude
that
Ranch.
cute?
It's not cute. It's fucked up.
It is.
I think it's kind of
But it's
cute.
funny.
cute.
Little baby,
Baby dude.
dude.
Aw.
Rocking Horse Ranch Resort.
Oh, I had a friend who used to work there.
Really?
Yeah.
What did they say about it?
I don't know. They loved
Wait,
working
rocking
there.
what? What?
Rocking
Rocking
Horse
Horse Ranch Resort.
Why did it's not a dude ranch?
Yeah, but they called it the Dude Ranch.
Oh,
I don't know
really?
why. Yeah.
Oh.
Or just all over my school. They were like, "Oh, it's the."
I think it's
oh my
a
God, they have a
shame.
live
Wasn't
snow
Dude Ranch
cam.
like the name of a TV show in the 90s or something?
Was it?
This is the live camera for the snow, for the fake snow they make.
Wow.
Yeah, the fake snow. Sorry. That's
What
okay.
the-
We can touch feed.
Me and Ali speak
Okay,
each
I'm gonna
other.
go
Wait,
ahead
they
and say
farm snow like a crop? Like
No, they put snow down so you can like ski on it when it's not like
Yeah.
snowy.
Oh.
Yeah, they make fake snow. Yeah.
Who's watching this?
I want my snow imported. Yeah.
Well, it's like a chemical.
I only use domestic
Oh.
snow.
Yeah.
Domestic snow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
gotta
shop
support-
local.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say.
I go imported. I go foreign. I'm just sorry. Like, who is sitting
Not
at
the
home like
same.
watching this all day?
Probably people in nursing homes.
How would you feel if you met someone? Oh, if you met someone on a Hinge date and they said, "Oh yeah, I watched this. This is my thing."
Well, I
Brittany
would probably end up
probably
on a
would
date with
marry
that guy.
them.
Yeah.
One of the last guys I ended up on a date with, was sending me videos of engineering like problems and solutions.
You gotta
And I watched
you gotta
them,
talk about the shirts.
And I wrote him back and I was like, yeah. Yeah, also the way we started talking, the reason I thought he was like gonna be fun is because we started talking about that shirt.
the shirt with the picture of her.
Oh
on
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
He
oh.
liked that picture
Oh,
of
yeah.
me, so it does attract weird people.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, my friend Ali made me a shirt with that picture on it. It's my favorite shirt. And then he was like, I have some shirts too. I have a shirt that says math is success. And I was like, good. And then I was like, my dad has a shirt that says Panasonic, which we did talk about last time I was on. And then that's why I was like, oh, this is going to be a fun date.
Okay.
And then
Then he sent me a bunch of engineering videos.
and then
And then
And
what
then?
happened? What happened?
Oh, yeah. And then
Oh no.
he was like, oh, we should meet up. But then he freaked out when it actually came time to have a date. He was like, I don't know. I'm bad in social situations and first dates are scary and blah, 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 blah. So I don't know. And I was like, well, we can just like, it doesn't have to be a big deal.
we could just do an
We
activity.
just do an activity.
Yeah.
And then what did you settle on?
Well, he was the one that was like, can we do some, like an activity, you know, so
Yep.
there's less to focus on.
Yeah,
A lot
and
of
then-
like,
And then you guys were like, let's go to Coney Island for the day, which is so much pressure with a person you just met.
Yeah.
That's a journey.
Let's
yeah.
take a
I know.
2-hour train and then hang out in a place 2 hours away for an entire day and then take a 2-hour train back.
yeah.
Because a first date's too much pressure.
Yeah.
You know what I
Oh.
mean? Like
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
But I get that like there's a lot to do at Coney Island to like distract you from your own anxiety.
I
Maybe.
also fucking
Yeah.
hate how men always want to do an activity on a date.
Not on the first date.
I
You
hate
should
it.
just
No.
talk.
I hate
I
doing
generally
that
just
shit.
go for like drinks on
Yeah.
like a
Yeah,
first
yeah.
date. Yeah.
Every first date I go on, they're like, let's play pool. And I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't want to fucking do that because I'm bad at pool and I'll just be standing around. Logistics stress me out.
Yeah.
Pool is all logistics.
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
just like, I don't want to stand around and be bad at pool and then act impressed when you get
No.
them in. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
No.
It
Yeah.
feels like when you play Super Smash Brothers with someone for the first time.
Yeah.
And they're just like, don't worry, this will be so much fun. And you're like, how do you play?
Wait, what happened to the lid on this?
What did happen to the lid on Lucas's fidget spinner went somewhere.
Yeah.
Where did it go?
Oh no.
Lucas, what did I do?
Well, you obviously peeled it off.
But
it doesn't.
But Lucas, how did I do that?
It's probably just under your butt.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, is it not under your butt?
I found like the.
So she is picking shit apart over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we'll find it later. It's all right.
I'm so
We never ended up meeting up, me and this guy.
You never did.
No, I think he freaked out again. And then
Thank God.
I was like, how's your week
Lucas, I'm
going?
sorry about your lid.
I was like, how's
This
your
isn't
week
the
going?
first toy of mine that she's broken.
Oh yeah, when I broke your stress toy by throwing it and it
Yeah.
exploded.
Well, no, you didn't. No, you didn't throw it. You were like squeezing it really intensely.
Oh yeah, I was really stressed.
And I was
that
trying
day.
to go no, and then it exploded in your hand. I was like, yeah, it's liquid. Don't
Usually
do
happens
Yeah.
when something's in my head. Anyway,
just
you
don't
were
know your own
saying,
strength.
so
Yeah,
you
go
met
on.
up.
Oh, this is
Oh,
it.
you
Nothing
didn't meet
happened.
up.
We didn't meet up. I like tried one more time. I was like, how's your week going? And he was like, I just learned how to tie my shoes with bunny ears. And then I was like, oh, good progress or something. Like I was talking to an 8-year-old now. And
I
then we
like
never
when a
talked
man
again.
will admit that. I do. That's nice.
That's the most shameful thing I've ever heard you say.
yeah,
No,
it's,
he said it.
Yeah, I know that you went on a date with that guy.
No, I
though.
didn't. I
Oh, you
didn't
end
didn't?
up-
Oh,
no.
I'm sorry.
He
But
was too scared.
The thing is that she tried so much to go on a date with
someone
this
who was
guy.
clearly
So weird.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay, I guess I'll go to Coney Island with you. Because we have something special. We talked about shirts for so long.
Going to Coney Island with someone who's just learned to tie bunny loops on the shoes. This is a
You're gonna have to
child.
buckle him
I know.
into
This
the
is a
roller coaster.
You're the love interest in the movie Big.
Oh, yeah. You're the lady who's like, well, when you get older.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That
God.
does
Oh
happen
my
at the
God.
end of Big.
She's a
my
pedo
God.
for sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
he turns
yeah.
back into a kid, and then she's like, well, call me when you're 18. And I'm like, oh my God.
He did have this one picture of himself like driving a boat in the sun that looked like it could have been just from the internet.
Oh wait, like photoshopped or?
I'm kind of kidding, but that'd be hilarious if it really was an 8-year-old and he was like, "This is me as a hot dude who drives a boat."
He's like, women love men who drive boats,
Yeah.
right?
SpongeBob.
Yeah.
I was talking about Mrs. Puff the other day.
Oh, God
I think I
bless.
was just really high and I thought about her.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I've seen like a whole video essay talking about like how she ran from the law in a previous life and created this whole new identity.
Yeah, because she like killed her husband or something.
yeah.
No, I
You've
think we
seen
watched
it.
the same. I'm an iPad kid. We talked about
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
I
yeah.
watch a lot of YouTube.
She killed her husband?
Probably.
Well, there's one episode where she's like, okay, Mr. Krabs falls in love with Mrs. Puff, and he's like, is there a Mr. Puff? And then it's like a video of somebody like turning on a lamp made out of like a pufferfish.
Yeah.
So I think that kind of cuts through that theory.
Oh yeah.
He got made into a lamp, and she's like, I guess I'll open a boating school. You know?
It's the perfect alibi.
I know.
Yeah.
She's like, I made him into the lamp.
Yeah.
Wait, I love that. Why does that make me... Now she's an icon to me.
Oh yeah. That reminds
Mrs.
me. It
Puff?
reminds me of a murder story my dad told me about as
Jesus.
a kid.
What?
Oh yeah, my dad told me the story about like this like woman who killed her husband with like a frozen like leg of lamb or something, like that was like the weapon.
Yeah.
And then she cooked it and in the
Then
oven.
there was no murder
and-
weapon.
And then the police came over and she was like, I have no idea what happened,
He
but
fell
like
down the stairs.
I made this roast leg of lamb for my husband. If you guys want to eat it, you can. And
Yeah.
they ate the
Icon.
murder weapon.
I've heard
I've read
a
the same thing in the
similar.
book.
I've heard a similar thing where it's like somebody gets killed with an icicle.
Yeah.
They get stabbed with an icicle and then it melts. And
That
then
was an
there's-
old riddle. It was like
Yes.
there were so many riddles like that. They're like, so this guy died, the weapon's gone. How did it happen? There's so many riddles. Just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what's the logic of like getting away with this murder?
I know.
You think the police like soft launched all of these riddles is just to like get help on these cases?
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
Yeah. That's why we're all into true crime now.
Yeah.
So we were listening to that shit when we were
We've
younger.
been red pilled.
You guys
Yeah.
watching? You guys watching this Dahmer?
I
No,
not watched
no.
Dahmer.
I only watch documentaries.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, I didn't watch the movie version or whatever. Or
It's
TV
like
show.
a TV
Is
show.
it? Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a
me
TV.
neither.
A limited series. I love it how they put it under the LGBTQ like section.
Yeah.
of
Like the
Netflix.
Babadook.
Yeah. Okay, the Babadook is a gay icon.
It
though.
really is. The Babadook is gay.
Could you explain to me why? Because I've
Because
never
the
actually-
Babadook's always like, look at its face.
Wait, what is the Babadook?
Sorry, I don't mean
This
to
started
be...
just looks
progressive
gay?
and then it started progressive and then looped around to look at him. Of course he's gay.
I don't know what a Babadook is.
Oh,
Okay.
the Babadook, he
Guys, let's be honest. Let's be honest with ourselves.
he's gay like Gritty is an anarchist.
Oh,
You know what I
Gritty
mean?
is. There's no way he obeys the
See?
law.
Yeah. His eyes go in different directions all the time.
Oh,
They're like
yeah.
not even attached in his head. I'm sorry we keep touching
Okay.
feet. It's
I
so
know.
intimate.
That's so
Aw.
cute. How did you
Cute.
guys meet each other?
Well,
It's a good story. Too.
I
Didn't
started
you?
talking to her about shirts and then pretended to be a guy. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, we do have a good story.
Yeah.
It's
Should
a meet cute.
Should I start it and then you finish it?
Yeah, I'll finish
This is
it.
exciting.
Okay, so we knew each other a little bit from Mike's. and
Yeah, just
shows.
from we met during the pandemic.
We met during the pandemic.
Yeah.
But we were like more like acquaintances.
Yeah, we were just around each other.
We had each other's phone number, but we weren't like using it. Okay.
Yeah, we weren't like texting.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
And one morning I wake up to a text from Ali.
Yep.
She's like, "Hey, I had a dream last night that you had these huge angry tits." And she sends me a photoshopped image of me with the angry tits.
Like you know
Which
when
we can show on the
we
pod.
can show, yeah. You know when a lady has like huge volleyball tits and they look like they're trying to burst out?
Yeah.
Like, I literally had a dream that me and Brittany were hanging out in a pool. Not sexual. I cannot express how unsexual this was. But, like, in the dream, she just had these huge fake, like, tits from Botched.
Yeah.
And so I jolt awake and go to, I'm a graphic
Before
designer.
doing her job, she woke up and made me this like Photoshop image.
Yeah.
Wait, you got to send it
And
to
we're
us, please.
acquaintances.
We
and
definitely
that's-
have, I definitely
we
have a
it.
picture. Like I barely know her at this point.
Yeah.
And then here, you look up the picture and I'll tell you.
Wait, so the tits were
I don't know
angry.
if I'll
How
be able to
did
find
Brittany
this.
seem though?
Smiling, smiling so wide.
I don't know.
It was a picture from a wedding I was at in 2013.
Yeah.
So I was just like,
So it's also very obvious that I spent a lot of time on it because
Yeah.
I scrolled all the way through her Instagram to find
Wow.
the correct picture of tits to match the correct picture of Brittany. And like I woke up and I was like, she has to see this. And so I like photoshopped it together and sent it to her. Which, if it was literally anybody else in the world, if an acquaintance was like, I had a dream that you had huge tits, here's what I imagine it would look like, and then send it to them, they would be like, never talk to me again. But then we became best friends.
yeah.
I kind of want to know what I would look like with huge tits.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Thanks.
I'm a Photoshop expert.
Thank
So
you.
curious what I would look like with huge tits. That would be crazy.
Yeah. I mean, the idea's in my head now. I like kind of want to see it.
Ali, it's a good Christmas present.
Okay.
Oh.
I've always wondered what I would look like with a crown of penises on my head.
I can make that happen.
This
Okay,
is a
thank you.
beautiful. This
I
is
appreciate that.
wonderful.
Like
Great.
Medusa.
Like Medusa, it's just a bunch of cocks.
Do they get
Are
hard
they
as soon as
soft or
someone looks at
hard?
you?
Yes, they're all
Or
like,
as you look at
Yeah.
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 yeah. When I look at someone,
floppy.
Yes,
when
and
you
then
sleep.
they get hard. Yeah.
they're all hanging out while I'm asleep. They're
Yeah,
all
yeah.
uncircumcised, so they're
Yeah.
like docking, which I just heard about.
They're all docking with each other.
Yes.
It's like when you put your hair up in a bun to go to sleep, you have to put all your dicks inside each other's
Oh
foreskins.
yeah.
my God, that's
Yeah. You just heard about
dock
docking?
your hair,
Yeah,
Gabby.
I just heard about docking.
Do you remember?
Wait, what's docking?
Talk about it.
Okay, so docking is when two uncircumcised men, they like start like mashing their penises together and then they put one of their dicks inside the other guy's foreskin.
Whoa.
But like, do you remember the time when Urban Dictionary was like huge?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And it was like docking, like a Cleveland steamer, like all of those things.
I don't know
like,
what a Cleveland steamer
either.
Oh,
is.
it's when somebody shits on your chest.
Oh.
Yeah, there was like all of these things that
Only
were
in
made
Ohio.
up. Yeah, I know. Cleveland, the worst city. It's like getting shat on the chest if you live there.
No,
But
Phoenix.
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 She's like, I call that a Phoenix steamer. It's
Fuck
like
Phoenix.
when some people call soda pop.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, regionally
Phoenix
where I am,
steamer.
that's actually a Phoenix steamer.
Yeah.
Oh, my least favorite regional pronunciation is in the Pacific Northwest. They pronounce milk as milk.
Oh, yeah. I don't, but I have
That
a friend who does that.
Bothers me.
Lene. She's
Yeah,
always
you
saying
bitch.
milk. She also
Milk
says
right.
she also says pin instead of pen.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Lene who?
Bagel.
Lene
instead of
Brown?
bagel.
That sounds like a kind of like a New Zealand thing. Pass me a pin.
Yeah. I don't.
Yeah.
I actually don't know how common it is over there because I've only heard it from her. Like, because I'm from the Pacific Northwest.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've only heard it from this one friend. The
Okay.
milk thing.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like everybody got younger and then was watching TV, and everybody in America has the same accent.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I feel like milk is what you should call milk when it's expired.
Yeah,
milk now.
That's
it's
not a
like
bad
it's like
idea.
past tense. Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
was having milk. It's milk now.
Yeah.
Milk and cookies.
Taste it. Oh no, that's milk. Yeah, that's.
That's milk. Yeah. Remember that one time I brought you over and gaslit you about coffee?
Oh yeah, she did.
What'd
She
you do?
gaslights everybody, but only about coffee.
Yeah, I gaslight everybody about
She-
coffee.
I was at her place for New Year's. I stayed over. The next morning, a bunch of us were there,
Yeah.
and she was like, "I'll make you guys coffee." And then she goes in. She's like, "You want milk?" And I said, "Yes." She brings out this coffee that just has like white chunks all over. Hands it to me like she doesn't see it, doesn't notice it, doesn't think it's a problem. And I'm like, I think the milk is probably like, expired.
And I didn't want to admit I was wrong,
she
so I
just
was like,
kept
it's
telling me
fine, you gotta stir
Yeah.
it.
You just gotta stir it. And she was like, you gotta stir it really fast.
And she was like, I don't think this is good. And I was like, fine, I'll make you another one.
You're like, it's milk.
And then another time I
It's
had
a delicacy.
I had a man over and I was like, do you want coffee? And he was like, yeah. And then I was
This
like,
is a
what do you...
ritual for you.
Yeah, when I have people over and they sleep over in the morning,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
make them coffee. I'm being nice.
Yeah.
No, that's a
And
great
so-
thing to do. Yeah.
Except for if they don't like my coffee, then I get mad.
You know what it
Oh.
sounds like? It sounds like you were making coffee before you had your freaking coffee.
Oh.
Don't even
She
talk
needs
to
to go
me.
on a
Wait,
mug
Allie,
or
do you have
something.
like the good milk and then like the milk for people
Don't
you don't
ask
like?
me about coffee till I've had my coffee.
My coffee.
That's the new mug. Don't ask me about coffee till I've had my coffee. So stupid. Okay, anyway, so the
If
guy.
the milk expired, I wouldn't know. I haven't had my coffee. You're having
comes
my
out-
coffee first.
I come out and there's a cup with a chunk of milk in it.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, you're like, is this expired? And I'm like, I don't know. I haven't had my coffee yet.
Wait, what about I came here to chew gum and drink coffee and I'm all out of gum? I want that mug.
Stupid shit. I love it when people
another good
mix up
t-shirt.
sayings. Like one time I heard somebody be like, they were like, you open this can of worms, now you gotta lay in it. And I'm like, I don't think
I love that
that's
too.
how it goes.
Remember Trailer Park Boys? There's a lot of that going on.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
man, I love that.
Beer before liquor, except after C.
He was like,
Yeah.
He's like, it's all water under the fridge.
You're like, that's not my problem. That's what it means. Water under the fridge, not my problem.
One time my little brother said, if it's any constellation.
Constellation.
Aw.
Those are all those chicks who are into astrology now.
Yeah.
Constellations.
Constellation. Well, if it's any
constellation.
constellation.
Yeah.
Yeah, those weird girls who love astrology.
That's actually that would be a good
Oh,
astrology
wow.
podcast
Uh-oh.
if it's any constellation.
sign?
That would
Oh,
be good.
there you go.
Scorpio.
That's why I'm such a mystery, you know.
Oh.
That's kind of how I'm perceived in the scene, I think. No one knows
As
the
a
real me.
mystery?
Super. Could you imagine I
you
thought that about
sure?
myself? Yeah, I'm like really mysterious.
That's what the comic was getting at when she was like, I only see you here. She's like, you're such a mystery.
Yeah.
You're a Scorpio, right? She was trying to bond with you.
She wasn't being a cunt. She was just recognizing that you were a Scorpio.
Yeah.
You know who you are.
There's no way she's listening.
Absolutely
She
not.
might. You
She
never
might.
know.
It's true. It's true. Comics should be careful what
What
they
if she's
say.
our number one fan?
Oh, I would love that. Well, Lee told me once she was listening to this like other people's podcasts, and I won't say who they are until we wrap rolling, but that she was like, they were somehow like, I don't even know them, but I was listening to their podcast because I wanted to be nice, and they started talking shit about me.
What?
Oh my
Oh my God.
Apparently she knew it was her because of like the time frame at which it was described, the anecdote, and like
Oh yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
way that they just
Oh.
Okay,
Holy-
but were they
wait, I
saying,
got some- I
were they
gotta
just
tell you something.
critiquing like the thing that she did? Because I don't
If-
think
if it's
that's
something that she
talking
actually
shit.
did.
No,
Yeah.
it was like this comic who works for the Tiny Cupboard, which Lee does it. I think she just does a lot of stuff
This is
with
getting
them.
specific.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
so mean to both of us, and she like explained to me what happened, and I was like, I don't think you have the capacity to actually be mean to anyone. Like
Yeah.
maybe
No.
maybe you did a riff they didn't take well, but it's just crazy that like this person, and they're not in the same friend circles at all,
Yeah,
but this
yeah.
person like was like, I'm gonna listen to their podcast, be nice, and then she heard.
Yeah, weird.
Them talking shit. That's
Okay,
so funny.
so the shit talking stuff. My shoe, I told you, my shoe kept coming
Oh,
untied.
yep.
Check this out. Every 2 hours, my left shoe only was coming untied. And I didn't think much of it. I was just
Brittany's
like,
like, everybody
God,
shut up. Everybody shut the fuck up.
talking about shoelaces again.
This is the best segue of all time.
This also feels like it's gonna be a fable.
Yeah.
This is related because it's about
hours.
shit
This feels like I'm
talking.
gonna learn a moral at the end of it.
What do you get?
No, because there's lots of shit talking in this. That's
Okay,
the.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, go on,
That's the
go on.
segue.
Keep
Yeah.
it in the podcast. I'm just kidding. So my shoe kept coming untied every 2 hours. It was like so regular, and I was tying it tight. I wasn't tying double knots because I was like, I'm not a kid anymore. Right?
Okay.
I made that decision a couple years ago.
Which I don't
I don't do double
understand
knots.
how that makes you a kid. I think it just makes you efficient.
I thought it would make me more attractive somehow.
I got places to go. I got people to see. I can't have my shoes coming untied.
Yeah.
So I
So-
double knot them.
But it's only my left was coming undone. And I was like, oh, I bet there's some superstition around this. I'm going to look it up and see what's going on. If your right side of your shoe keeps coming undone, if your right shoe comes undone, that means you're being praised. If the right lace comes untied, it could mean that someone is saying good things about you. If the left lace comes undone while walking, it means someone's gossiping behind your back.
It was me. I was
Oh.
doing it.
So it's
What were you
probably
saying?
I was saying Brittany looks like a dog woman.
Aw.
I don't believe that. I
No,
don't
I
believe
know,
that.
I know.
You never said what dog.
Take your time.
I don't think that there's anything I could say that won't get me in trouble.
You're
What
talking
do
like
you-
we're
wait.
married.
Oh my god, my bitch
I'm
wife.
gonna be in the doghouse tonight.
Dude.
I'm gonna be
Literal.
on the couch.
We went on a trip. We went to our friend's
Yeah.
wedding in New Orleans, and we had to share a bed together. And every morning, I would wake up and
Oh,
make
we
my.
loved it.
We had a
We
great
didn't
time.
have to. We loved it.
Yeah, we did love
We
it.
stayed up giggling all night.
Yeah, we
Aw,
stayed
really
that sounds
cute.
awesome.
And so,
I know,
and
really
then
cute.
I would wake up in the morning and come out to like all the other people we were staying with. I was like, I was up all night trying to finger Brittany, but she wouldn't let me. And then Brittany would be like, okay. And now I think I said it so much.
You said
that I
it
think
over 100
I
times
said it
in front of me.
that Brittany was so tired of it, which I loved.
Yeah,
That's also
it's been
my
going on
favorite
for
kind
a
of
month.
bit. Just
Yeah.
belaboring it until the
Yeah.
other person's genuinely exhausted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. It makes me feel. It makes it even funnier to me when you're annoyed by it.
Yeah.
When you're like, okay.
That's what I do to Maxim now. Every time after our pod, I'll be like, "Hey, Maxim, could you tell me and Ali were actually fighting this whole time?
Yeah.
Can you tell we're in a big
That's
fight?"
her version of I've been trying to finger her all day.
And then Maxim has to go, "Okay, she's doing that
Yeah.
again."
Yeah. It's like here Brittany goes doing her little bits.
Yeah, yeah.
I've been
The
trying
gentleman's finger saying that we were fighting.
I've been trying to finger Lucas this whole podcast.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hey, anytime. Just slip it up there.
Oh, I didn't know it was that easy. I've been playing a long game.
Yeah. No, all you have to do is ask.
Yeah.
Starting a pod.
Yeah.
Going through the
Consensual
motions.
embrace.
You're like,
An
fine.
embrace. A consensual kiss and embrace.
Yeah.
oh God, I hate it when people. Okay, obviously consent is important, but when people say things are consensual, I'm like,
Like when the Try Guys came out and the
Yeah,
guy
yeah,
was
yeah.
like, oh yeah, she and I had a consensual workplace encounter.
Yeah.
yeah. It's like when people. It's the same as when people are like, I'm
It's
a
also not
nice
the issue.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Also,
It's also
not
the issue. We know you guys gave consent. What matters is that it was a workplace thing and you're cheating on your wife, dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
when your whole.
It's like when Kevin
brand-
Spacey was like, I'm gay. We were like,
We were like, nobody
What?
cares about that.
Yeah.
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 Oh yeah.
He's like, I was
It's a
fucking
kid,
little
bro.
boys because I'm gay. And
Yeah.
everybody's like, no, we don't want you.
We're like, yeah, that worked in the 80s to have that argument somehow.
yeah, I know.
doesn't work now.
Before people like knew what gay was.
Yeah.
What if that was
Yeah.
how I came out as a queer woman? Little boys.
Yeah.
Basically the same.
I'm a lesbian because I like little.
Little baby dudes. What did you say, baby
Little
dudes?
baby dudes.
Oh,
What is a baby dude to you? Oh, like a tiny
Baby dude.
guy.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's like a tiny guy who like goes to the gym.
Yeah, he's really
Yeah.
muscular still.
Yeah.
And shiny.
Shiny. Oh, he's like
obviously
Nikki
shiny.
Biceps.
Yeah, Nikki Biceps.
Yeah.
I always love when a really short man compensates for it by like getting really muscly.
Oh
'Cause
my
I'm
God.
like, you're just making yourself taller the other way.
Yeah.
It really
Dude.
highlights the height. Actually.
I met
Like,
this guy on
makes it more
Tinder.
obvious.
I met this guy on Tinder who like I have been like trying to hang out with him and then every single time one of us flakes.
Ah.
But he is 5'6" and absolutely jacked. And then his name on Instagram is Nikki Biceps.
Oh, I like that.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I kind
Follow
of
Nikki
like that.
Biceps.
Follow Nikki Biceps.
Follow Nikki Biceps. Okay. And
Don't worry about following us.
yeah, and
Yeah.
I have not fucked him yet, but I'm like, I'm gonna fuck this action figure one of these days.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play with him like a toy, dude.
Would that be the shortest man you've ever fucked?
Yes.
What about you?
Wait, otherwise, what is the
I've
shortest
slept
man?
with a 5'6"
Probably, like-
man before.
Oh, really?
How was it?
It was good.
They
Wait,
try
how tall?
I
really
mean,
hard.
retrospectively, it's one of the worst things I've ever done.
Oh.
Because he's a bad person.
Oh.
Okay. But at
thought-
the time, I was like, no, this is fun. This is good.
I was like, all the incels are gonna be so mad at you.
Oh. Wait, how tall was this guy?
He was 5'6". I think.
5'6".
Is
Okay,
that
yeah.
shorter than you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like 5'8" and a half.
The way you phrased
Wait, how
that, you're
tall
like,
are
it was
you?
really
I'm 5'1".
zeitgeisty at
You're
the time.
5'1". Okay.
I'm 5'1", so like I can't tell the difference between a man who's 5'6" and 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I'm so low to the ground, I'm like, they're
Yeah.
all the same.
That's why I hate when really short women go for really tall men.
I used to
Like,
date
who
a
is
guy.
this for? Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I used to date a guy who was like 6'2". I've dated a few guys who are 6'2".
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but it's just because they want to feel like a big man.
Oh.
Aw.
Don't say aw. Don't patronize me.
Wait, did they ever like pick you up and like?
All the time.
Yeah.
I get okay. I'm a small lady.
Yeah.
I
Uh-huh.
get picked up constantly. People pick me up without my permission on the reg. I
Yeah.
feel
Man,
like.
I'd like to get picked up more.
I'll pick you
Nobody
up.
picks me up.
I'll pick you up if you let me
I think
finger
I
you
had a dream
first.
I was getting picked up the other day.
You had a dream.
I think I was.
Really? You had a dream.
I'm pretty
Who was
sure I was
picking
getting
you
picked
up?
up.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just feels like just experienced this. But that's not happening in real life. That does not happen.
I get picked up as well.
Yeah, when you're small, people are like, I can do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember
It is a
I was
bummer.
once at Lee and Maxim's old place, and everyone took turns picking me up.
That sounds like a fever dream. That sounds like you dreamt
There's
that.
video of
I'm
it.
gaslighting him. You dreamt that, Lucas.
Yeah.
That didn't really happen.
You're being crazy.
Dude, shut the fuck up. You're
Being crazy. This milk is fine.
Yeah.
Do you know what
Melt-
Sasha Von D said when he picked me up?
What?
He was like, "Oh my God, Lucas, you're like a girl."
Which is hilarious coming from Sasha Von D.
Yeah, I know. That's some classic 24-year-old man.
I know,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
God.
Love that little Chihuahua boy.
Chihuahua boy. Chihuahua boy.
Now I'm thinking, have I have any crazy dreams lately? I had a dream that I was like bombing in a roast battle so hard that I woke up and I was like, oh, lost another one.
Oh.
Like it was like so
Sadly,
severe.
not that crazy of a dream.
Yeah, another pretty real. But it was like I was at a podium and there was another girl. My opponent was also
It was like a
had
presidential
podium.
debate.
It was like a presidential debate, and there was a moderator girl who looked exactly like the girl I was roasting. And I think the girl I was roasting was Middle Eastern, so I was trying to come for her. I was trying to be like. I somehow in the joke I mixed up Iraq and Iran, and everyone in
with
the
Dennis
audience
Rodman.
This
was
is like the Dennis
Yeah.
Rodman.
This is
Yeah,
like the Dennis
I was
Rodman
thinking the
dream.
same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Where it's like you know the truth
Yeah.
because you know you're wrong in the dream.
And you got corrected by him in your dream.
I got corrected by him in
But
my
that was
dream.
you in him.
Yes, it wasn't
Yeah.
Dennis
In the
Rodman
dream.
correcting me.
No.
It was me inside Dennis Rodman.
Do you feel like you're part Dennis Rodman?
Every day of my life. I'm trans Dennis Rodman. Like, I actually watched the Rachel Dolezal documentary last night.
She's my version of Dennis Rodman. I think about her
Ah.
all the time.
It's bananas, dude. Also the fact, oh god, the fact that she like just leaned into it. She was like, yeah, my parents are white, but I'm black. And everybody's like, bro.
I started watching it, and like she has like black kids that are like, no, that we love our mom so much, she's done so much. Like
Yeah,
they
yeah.
really defend her, and you're like, I mean, should we just let this go? Like
I
after a
know.
while, I did think I was like,
It's because she keeps like grinding her heels in. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, who are we helping right now?
Also,
Really?
listen, dude, you can be okay. I was thinking about this last night. Her story is absolutely insane. Like her story growing up is so bananas, and I'm like, you could have just gotten attention from that.
What was her
What's
life
her
What was her
story?
story?
Basically, she was born to like these two like super duper religious people, and she had an older brother, she had two siblings who were biological children of these two people who were terribly abusive, like would whip them and beat the shit out of them, horribly abusive. And then they adopt like four I don't think they're all black, but like kids of color, and like are terribly abusive to them. And then like when Rachel grows up, she adopts like some of the four kids to get them out of the terrible situation. She like
Oh,
wins
wow.
custody of them, which is like who her oldest son was actually her brother originally.
Whoa.
And then her youngest sister, the adopted sister, accuses the oldest biological sibling of hers of like molesting her for like her entire life. And it was like going through the courts, and then Rachel was like, you know what, he did it to me too. And that's like how they finally got him. But that happened in conjunction with her getting getting taken out of like the NAACP. So then they like didn't win in court because they were like, this girl, you can't trust
Whoa.
any of her story.
Oh.
So like
Well,
if-
yeah, of course. Like, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
but
I
that
know,
is
yes.
true. Yeah.
so yeah, but like I'm like, your story is like fucking insane.
Yeah.
But like you don't have to pretend you're black for that to be like a very powerful story.
Yeah.
And for you to like do good with that story.
Yeah.
But then she was like, wait, I also just have to pretend I'm black too. It's like, what the fuck? No.
People are so interesting.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Anyway.
I love the variety that you get in the world.
There's something for me about the like tripling, quadrupling down. I remember my
Yeah.
sister and I went to Italy. It was like the summer after, or like during the Rachel Dolezal like NAACP scandal, and we thought we saw her on the beach. it like didn't seem unfeasible because like maybe she wanted
She
to
was,
get
like,
away
running,
from
yeah.
America for a bit.
Well, can I say that reminds me that one of my favorite tweets I ever saw about like the Meghan Markle, like her like leaving the royal was that like how are British people this mad about someone who could just be confused for Italian?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because British people don't think Italian people are white.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's
Yeah.
true.
British people don't think Irish people are white. So
Sorry, you won't eat my beans.
yeah. They're like we're the best race, and I'm like, you have one tooth.
Yeah.
That you all share.
Yeah, you have one tooth in England.
I had a little bit of a controversial opinion watching the Harry and Meghan documentary.
Ooh,
I'm
what
watching
is
it
it?
I
right
haven't
now.
watched
I'm on
it yet.
episode 4.
Okay,
I
I
haven't
won't
watched it
spoil
yet either.
anything.
It's good.
It's crazy, but Harry and Meghan, normies in love, good for them.
Yeah.
One thing, they show old clips of Queen Elizabeth when she's really young. I'm like, I gotta say, I would have.
Oh yeah, she's not unattractive.
When she was younger,
yeah.
Yeah,
She was
not
hot.
like
Oh.
Wait.
not like now.
she's dead now, so I hope not. But are
What a
you
gravestone.
sure? Because I've seen pictures of her when she was young. Maybe let me get up a
You got to
picture.
find a good picture and then you'll get it.
Okay, that's not. This is like when my friends show me a guy that they're dating,
That's- yeah,
and then they're
that's what I
like,
was
"No,
gonna
you have to
say.
look at this picture on
Yeah.
his Instagram."
Only this
Okay,
one.
but
And
that's
I'm like, oh,
different
but all
with
of them
men.
are
Like, no, don't
ugly.
scroll. Just that one.
Men do look different in every picture.
They're
it's
horrible at
so
choosing
Men
weird.
take
good
terrible
pictures
pictures of
of
themselves.
themselves.
Yeah,
It is true. That it's also just not a thing we think to do when we're out with each other to
Yeah,
take photos.
yeah.
It's not like a thought
Yeah.
that occurs.
And
you
if
know?
they have too many selfies, I'm like,
Oh yeah.
oh no.
It's
That
always
is
the
that.
car selfie.
Yeah.
yes,
in the
do you
car
always have
with the
wraparound
seatbelt on.
sunglasses?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sunglasses.
The
Oh.
car selfie is that weird
The high
intersection.
reflective one that looks like colored somehow, like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the lenses.
And I'm like, you
Oh,
don't have
yeah,
a
yeah.
blue collar job. You can't wear those.
It's that weird intersection between like you're a little gay and like you really love Trump or both.
When they do the car selfies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
a little gay and you really love Trump.
Somehow it is like.
Oh, okay. This makes sense. Is
Is
that like a
I
picture?
would
of her?
have. I would have. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
See,
I
I
guess
would
that
have
makes
only done
sense.
it once. I wouldn't have like gone for her. I wouldn't
Yeah.
have courted her.
You wouldn't have pursued her.
No, I wouldn't.
What
have.
if she
You were
pursued
like,
you?
oh, this is a nice picture. Yeah. Okay, I get
see that
that.
one?
That
Yeah.
I get.
Yeah. She's
That's a
pretty.
nice picture. Yeah. Okay. You know
She
what?
looks calm.
She
That's
probably
what
said
I
she's
like
a
like
that.
about her.
she's very
Resting
even
heart
keeled.
rate.
She really is.
I'm in the same joke.
Am I hitting on her?
You're like, Elizabeth, if you want to come back from the dead and fuck me, I'll be here.
You gotta get that blood pressure down first.
It's weird that right before she died, you were fingering the queen
Yeah.
in the giant bed.
Want to go to New Orleans?
Want to go?
It's like Urla from Joyful Noise.
Oh yeah.
You killed
We
the
just-
queen with your fucking great puss.
We just did this movie podcast the other day, and
Yeah.
also together because I guess I don't know. I
We're
guess there's
just
something
together all
going
the
on
time.
here,
If somebody in the comedy scene sees me without Brittany, they're like, "Where's Brittany?"
yeah.
That's so romantic.
It's pretty sweet. We're pretty sweet.
Cute.
Yeah.
Aw.
But we did this other pod together, and this lady kept. Well, she like had sex with some guy, and he died. And then it was a horrible movie. Joyful Noise. Have you seen it? Terrible acting.
It has
No.
Queen
Dolly
Latifah,
Parton.
Dolly Parton, Kiki Palmer, Chris
I remember-
Christopherson.
Oh.
Great casting.
Really
I
good.
think I
Incredible
remember
cast.
trailers for this movie.
But it was a terrible fucking movie.
Really
Is it about a
bad.
choir?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
She's
I
the
remember-
one who kills someone with her hoo-ha.
She's not
Um,
even a main character.
She's not a main character. It's like a
She's
side.
They never are. when
Yeah.
the
But her
coochie
pussy
that
was,
goes,
yeah.
she's a side character.
Yeah. And then they like go to another town, and she's like, "Hi, my name's Urla." And then the guy was like, "Oh God, she's got the bad
Yeah.
pussy,"
He
and
picked
then
up
like
all his
runs away
paperwork
from
and
her.
walked away from her.
Yeah.
Just like shaking.
And I'm like, "How is this getting around so much?"
yeah.
That's her right shoe was always untying. People knew.
No, the left.
Oh, the left.
left.
The right's the
Oh.
good one.
Right's the
God.
good one. Yeah.
Well,
Can't
maybe
wait till my
someone
right
was
shoe
like,
gets
"It is good." Maybe some right. I'm gonna notice which shoe unties next time because my
I
shoes
think
come
I need
untied
better
a lot.
shoes.
Yeah.
Well, the weird thing about it is how repetitive it was. It was every 2
Yeah.
hours. I was like, I tied that well, and this never happened.
Who do you think was
It's only
talking
one
shit?
side. I know who it was.
I think I know who you think it
Yeah,
is.
you know. But I was like, oh, when
It
we were
was
talking
Queen
about the
Elizabeth.
podcast.
No.
Oh, it was
You're like
Queen
a
Elizabeth.
loose shoe sommelier. Like, this has essence of.
Yeah. And then you're putting your foot around in a circle. Like it's a one
yeah.
it's giving.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. What's your podcast about? now that
Yeah,
we're an
talk
hour
about it,
in.
please. Yeah.
Ah, here we go.
Oh, Brittany.
Well, it's a podcast about how stupid everyone is. That's our little tagline for now.
Yep.
Maybe forever. It's called Worthless Clowns.
Yep.
Love.
Beautiful.
And the way we do it is kind of like we mostly just want to talk about how dumb everyone
It's
is.
like
but we
a
try and-
celebration of stupidity.
It's a celebration.
Love it. Yeah.
Love it.
So first we make fun of ourselves,
Yeah.
and then we make fun of someone on the internet. We pull up a post usually from like, "Am I the asshole?" And then it's from a place of empathy.
Oh.
We're empaths.
Empaths, baby.
Because we're making fun of ourselves first.
Yeah.
We don't really seriously think it's a place of empathy. We just want a way to roast people on the internet.
Right.
Yeah.
That seems okay because we just roasted
It's a great
ourselves.
excuse.
Yeah.
God
Excuse.
forbid.
We didn't want to be like, look
Yeah,
how fucking
foolproof.
dumb everybody is.
Yeah.
So at the beginning of every episode, we tell a thing about a story about how we did something stupid.
Yeah.
So then it's like, no, we're all stupid.
Do you guys have any stories for us right now? Oh, I guess besides going on a date with the shirt man. We're almost date.
God, I got so many stupid stories.
I got a lot of stupid stories. Should we tell ones that we've already told on the pod?
Yeah.
We could retell them here. Oh,
Please.
hold on. What do you think the best one of mine is, Brittany?
Oh my God, I love the clogged toilet thing.
And then I'll
Oh, yeah, I'll
I mean,
tell
that's
you.
and
kind
I
of the
can also
punchline,
tell
sorry.
stupid
Yeah,
stories
yeah,
as well.
Okay, so my mom died in 2021.
That's pretty
And-
dumb of you.
Yeah, honestly, dumb, stupid. My stupid dead
You're so
mom.
neglectful.
I know, yeah. She won't even let me finger her either.
Oh, I know.
So my mom died in 2021, and like it happened like very unexpectedly. So I
Yeah.
like rushed home. I got on an Amtrak, and I go to her house, and I'm staying at her house, and like the logistics of somebody like dying. Can I have the spotlight for 1 minute?
Is this fine? Sorry.
Jeepers crow. Can I? So the logistics of somebody like dying suddenly when like nobody has their shit together is
Yeah.
like fucking insane.
It's tough.
So like it's during COVID. People are like coming over to the house and then like bringing a lasagna and then expecting me to perform grief for them. It's like so insane. And like I like was so busy like trying to figure everything out. And I was also dating this terrible guy at the time who like shows up like to the house like a few days after I get there, and then he's like, I can't believe you didn't greet me at my car when I came in. And I was like, I'm at my mom's my dead mom's house. Like, this is insane. So he was also a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And also we had a puppy together at the time. It was bananas. And so I was like staying at my mom's house, and then I like go to take a shit, and then I clog the toilet, and then I'm like, and then all the emotion of the situation hits me in that moment. I was like, oh, now the toilet is fucking clogged. And then I start crying, and that's how I okay, it's not that funny, I guess, but
Oh, it's funny. Sorry, I'm looking for my own
but it
story.
was just funny that
Sorry,
like,
we're sad.
yeah, this is why I don't tell people stories
Well,
about my life, because I think
No,
it's funny
I'm
that
not.
everybody's
I'm
sad.
trying to think about how. When I think about that story, I think of how many times I've clogged the toilet at inopportune moments.
Yeah.
That is the
so I'm
only
relating.
time I've clogged the toilet.
Whoa.
Really?
So I believe it was a sign from my dead mother.
Okay, that's what.
But what's so,
And it was.
What's so funny about it to me is like that thing is what took you over the edge to
Yeah.
finally cry.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
to finally be able to do the performance of your life for the rest of the.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So
Like,
it was,
now
maybe
she's
it was
crying?
a gift from your mom.
It was
Yeah.
a gift from my
To help
mom
you
being
get
like,
through- yeah.
here
But
you go, now you gotta
about,
feel it.
Like she's crying about everything, but the thing that led to the crying is the
clogged
toilet.
Clogged toilet.
So you like walk out and you're crying, and everyone's like, "Oh, she's finally
They were
grieving her
like,
mother."
oh, finally. And then I was like, give me a lasagna.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I used to tell this story on stage, but when I went on Birthright, which is problematic, there was a girl.
I was about to say.
It's
Yeah.
deeply
No, I'm just
problematic. There was a
Talk
girl.
about how you confuse the Middle East again.
how I confused the Middle
Wait,
East.
didn't you say you had a dream?
In
where
a
you,
dream.
Like,
Oh yeah, Iran and Iraq. Yeah,
Yeah.
I confused. Same old.
Classic Jewish
Yeah.
shit.
Okay, Ireland. Okay. So there was this girl at the Holocaust Museum with us. She was in our Birthright group. She wasn't just visiting from outside. And she was falling kind of for this guy on her Birthright trip. But she had a
Which is
boyfriend.
like kind of the intention of it a little
It
bit.
is
It
the
is.
intention.
That's why they bring in the hot soldiers.
Yes,
That's what they
that
do.
is- that is why.
I dated a Jewish guy for 5 years, and my
Really?
mom always used to say, "You're Jewish by injection," and I was like, "Mom, that's disgusting."
R.I.P. That's
Mother.
hilarious.
Yeah, I know, it's so funny.
Well, that literally was the intention.
my thingy.
Yeah. And I was like,
Irish by fingering.
yeah, I'm like, Mom, I pegged him, so he's Irish by injection. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't peg him.
I wish you
Aw.
had.
Yeah.
Actually, I did. I just didn't want to say it on the podcast.
Yes.
Why wouldn't you say that? That's beautiful. That's wonderful.
Yeah, it was, anyway, so
I wonder if you had a nice time.
I was like, I'll do this. I wasn't like, yeah. You know
Also,
what
it's
I
not
mean?
your thing.
Did he have a good time?
Yeah, he had a good time. Both of us were kind of like, we don't need to do this all the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, fair enough.
It was sort of
Because
like,
also-
I'm glad I tried it, is like that.
But it was also like we were like doing like boy butthole stuff, and then it like led to the pegging, and then we were like,
Baby
we don't
dude.
need baby boot butthole.
Does baby dude want his butt stuffed?
I will stuff that money up.
Does
his
a little
butthole.
baby dude want to get plowed?
He's like, wah, wah. And I'm like, oh, do you need something in your butthole? Is that what you need? Okay. Anyway, you know what? Cut this out.
Okay.
But no, I'm just kidding.
on,
We just like did like butthole stuff, and then it like led to that, and I was like, no, this is not the dynamic that it needs to be. Does that make sense?
No, totally, yeah.
Because like you can do butthole stuff without like the power dynamic being like
Sure.
that. Does that make sense?
No,
Yeah.
absolutely, yeah.
That's why on Birthright, when the soldiers come up, they hand you a strap on.
Yeah.
First thing they do.
But go on.
Oh
So,
yeah, so this girl,
Anyway.
she had a boyfriend back home who wasn't Jewish, but she was kind of falling for this other guy, so she broke up with him on FaceTime at the Holocaust Museum, and I saw, and nobody else in the group saw, and then she went over to the rest of the group, and she was crying about her breakup,
Oh.
but everyone started comforting her because they thought she was like really sad about the
Oh my
Holocaust.
god. She just realized what it was at the museum. That's how it looked.
That's so funny growing up Jewish.
This is real?
Yeah. That's so funny growing up Jewish, because that's like a lot of what Jews talk about.
Yeah.
Like,
Most
It's the
of it.
main topic. It's
yeah.
just-
They're like,
we kind of play the card a lot.
yeah. And so it's funny for her to be like, wait a minute. Oh my god. Like just
How
realizing
did
that.
this happen? What?
Yeah.
We gotta get to the bottom of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
wait. I think I have a good embarrassing story where when I was 10 years old, me and my mom, we were visiting my granddad in Ithaca. So we were staying at his apartment in Ithaca because he was teaching at Cornell. And I was really sick. It was like one of the worst fevers. It was so bad that I was like hallucinating a little bit. I felt really loopy. And at like 1 a.m., I got up to go to the bathroom because I needed to take a shit. But
This is how they all start.
oh,
All
I'm
of his
always in
stories?
Ithaca in my
Yeah.
granddad's old apartment.
He's like, I am always shit.
Every story from Lukas is either I had to take a shit or my dad died. Also yours.
Also,
Sometimes both. Yeah. But I was so disoriented for some reason. I don't know why, but I felt like shit was about to come out of my temple. I don't know why. And so I was sitting on the toilet. I was like, why am I doing this? What? And I like got up out of the toilet, and I like literally got on my knees by the toilet, and I was like,
Oh my
and I
God.
put my head
Oh
to
my
the
God.
seat. I was like, I know this is wrong, but it feels so right.
What?
And then
What
did you hear
happened?
the ocean?
No,
And then you shit all over the floor.
No, I was this close to starting pushing and like shitting on the wall. I didn't do it.
Oh,
I
thank
then
God.
got back on the seat. I was like, I know this is where poop is supposed to come out. I know this is what's supposed to happen, but it feels like it's about to come out of here.
I know
my
this is
God.
where
That's
poop is
terrifying.
supposed to come out.
Yeah.
Did anyone find out about this?
I did not tell a soul about this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Until years later, but I remember it vividly.
Well, my bad poop story, everyone found out about. So,
Oh, what's your bad
privilege.
poop? I love poop stories.
When
I
I
do
was
too.
them.
like 4, so for context, I grew up in New York City, and before Mayor Bloomberg came in and cleaned it all up, so to speak, there was
Okay.
there was a lot of poop on the ground everywhere on
Like
the
San
Oh.
Francisco now.
yeah.
Oh.
right. There was a lot of dog poop. I don't know how much other poop there was, but
That's one of my favorite games. Is like, is it
it-
human
Yeah.
or is it a big dog?
Oh,
well,
that
that's
was a big thing with the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case, because
Yes.
like there was
Oh,
poop, and she
right.
tried to blame it. She tried to blame it on the dog, but
Yeah.
the maids were like, "I know dog poop, and I know human poop. This is human poop."
They had the
It's
maid
part of maid
testify.
training.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
yeah. Go on.
speaking of that, I went to visit my friend in the suburbs. Me and my parents, we went to visit my little friend Ricky, and I was a shy kid, so I was too shy at the time to ask where the bathroom was. And I also wasn't a suburban kid, so I didn't know that driveways just didn't also all have poop all over them. So I thought
I know where this is going.
if I poop in the driveway, no one will think about it. Everyone will just assume it was a dog.
That's pretty smart though, as a 4-year-old.
I pooped in the driveway. Well, it was dumb as hell.
That is like Kramer logic. Where it's like, it is logical and smart, but why the fuck would you ever do that? That reminds me of, oh, sorry, I'll let you finish your story.
Well, that was it. My mom was she pulled me aside and she was like, why is there poop in the driveway? And I was like, it's the dog. And she was they don't have a dog.
Gabby, please tell me it was like perfectly in the middle.
It was like, I can't remember exactly where I put it, but afterwards I was like, I'm never telling anyone about this.
Yeah.
It might not have been in the middle. I might have put it somewhere off to the side.
Also, you should have just pooped in the grass.
Your first memory?
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Because you said you were 4, so was that your very earliest childhood memory?
My first memory was tie-dyeing shirts, and then that was probably my second memory.
My first memory is shitting in my pants.
Oh.
Wow.
Yep.
It could have been the dog.
The dog shit in my pants.
Could have been the dog.
Somebody's like, why is there poop in your pants? And I'm like, because the dog did it.
I have a bit about like how my first memory is getting interrogated at airports, but I actually think my first memory is watching a puppet theater production of The Wizard of Oz and the Wicked Witch of the West melting, and it was like a puppet deflating as the hand comes out of it, and I was terrified and I was just screaming in terror.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. But the pooping on the driveway story reminds me of like, I used to have a puppy with that guy who's terrible, and like when we were like housebreaking him, he would like poop in the house and then he would immediately eat it.
Yeah.
And we took him to the vet and we were like, is there something wrong with him? And he was like, and the vet was like, no, he poops and he eats it because he knows that it's wrong to poop inside, so he just eats it to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's also Kramer logic.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I
Jerry.
mean? Where I'm like, that is so polite, but you don't have to do that.
Don't worry, Jerry. I cleaned it up real good.
Yeah, he's like, if you eat poop, then there's no more poop in the house. Jerry, come on.
My dog used to eat his poop even when it was outside.
Oh,
He was
gross.
really just a true idiot.
He's just really into the culture.
Yeah. Wait, what?
It's just never mind.
Is this the dog that
Love
also
the
bit
game.
you on the face?
Yeah,
That's
the
what I
dog
was
that bit my
trying
face.
to say.
So he would eat his poop and then bite your face.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He was like, I'll distract from me pooping by
Biting Brittany in the face.
Do something they'll remember more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also Kramer logic. Dogs
Yeah.
just have Kramer logic.
Yeah.
Wait, should we pull up an am I the asshole? Not I am the asshole.
I am.
I am the
It's
asshole.
just something. It's just an egregious
It's hard
thing.
we have to do a lot of research before the pod because not all of them are good.
Are
So-
some of them like I am the asshole?
Well, most of them are. It's either like a dude who like hates his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And he's like, am I the asshole for calling my stupid dumb wife a bitch after she asked me a question?
Yes. Or it's a lady who is just like afraid of her husband.
She's like, am I the asshole for asking my husband a question and him getting mad at me? It's like,
Exactly.
it's usually
It's just-
that.
Yeah.
That's so scary.
But there's like
Yeah.
a lot of like really insane, like super absurd things that happen.
Yeah. There was one guy who,
That was Kramer logic, the post dude.
yeah.
So this guy, him and his wife are from the South, and this is one of my favorite episodes that we've done. Him and his wife are from the South, and the guy who's writing the post hates his accent. His wife has the same accent because that's the accent they had at the time of marriage. This is part of his
which
argument.
is a thing that he said.
So
He hates the culture that he came from. He like
Okay.
clearly
Does
came
he
from
say
like,
where he came from?
well, he
somewhere
said
in
the
the South.
American South.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so he was like, but he obviously like thinks that he's like a dumb white trash piece of shit
Yeah,
and
he
hates
hates
himself
himself.
for it. And he like they like moved to some big city and he like stopped having that accent.
He worked
and then,
really hard to get rid of his accent, but
Yeah.
his wife still has hers.
Yeah.
And so she now
Oh.
embarrasses him because she still has the accent that he hates about himself.
Yeah.
And
His solution.
He thinks that all of their coworkers like are embarrassed around her as well because she's always like darn tootin', which
Yeah.
is cute. So his
Yeah.
solution is to make a bunch of extra Reddit accounts and comment on her posts about her bad grammar. He makes 8 different accounts and he spends his whole day just being like,
You must
if
be
you
from
talk-
the American South, you dumb hillbilly.
If you're talking like that, you must be from this specific city where we're from.
Yeah. And then he's like, also the reason
He's like
how
cyberbullying his wife.
Oh my God.
The reason
Yeah.
why he found out that she had a Reddit account is because he was like, she was in the bathroom with a bunch of food poisoning. So then I read her diary and found her Reddit account. and so the whole post is him being like, am I the asshole for cyberbullying my wife?
Yeah.
Should I make more accounts?
He thought, he was like, should I make 16?
Yeah.
And he also at some point was like, I can't think of other email addresses.
Yeah. He was like, it's hard to make so many accounts because I can't think of more email
God, it's
addresses.
so-
That's
it's
a
such good
hilarious
post.
thing
When
to
you
be
need
honest
more for
about.
the-
It's so funny.
Sephora Beauty Insider.
I know.
relate to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was so good.
Oh my God.
That one was very good.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Jesus.
Beautiful.
That does remind me of something from my own life.
Oh, you
Unfortunately.
cyberbully your wife?
No, but I've
does.
been not
Trust
to
me.
that extent. Not to that extent, but I have been
like
a
3
little
accounts.
bit cyberbullied in a previous relationship.
Oh, really?
Wait,
I don't know if
by-
I would call it well, a little bit. So
Wait,
like
by the
Relationship.
person you were dating?
yes.
Yeah. Am I the asshole for bullying Lucas online? Wait, where?
No. So my most recent relationship that was like very bad, anytime I would go on like TikTok live, she would make fake accounts and say, hey, who's your girlfriend? Talk about your girlfriend. And I was not ready to do that online because I like to keep my personal life separate. I like to have some boundaries.
That's
and she
so funny.
and I told her that very early on.
that's
also.
awesome.
And she like apparently
Oh
made
my
a bunch of
God.
fake accounts and like went on my lives to like ask me to like reveal information.
And then did you do
No.
anything? Yeah.
I mean, I would
you
say-
should have gone the reverse and like doxed her.
yeah.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's here and here's her address.
Yeah.
She wants
And
me to
then-
talk about her because she's obviously insecure.
Yeah. And then did you know it was her initially, and how did it come
Yeah,
out?
how did you find out that it was her?
I found out because I was someone who she used to be friends with, someone who so after I broke up with her months later, I was at an open mic where the bartender there used to be friends with my ex, but told me, she was like, oh, I've cut her out of my life. She was a bad person.
Oh.
And then she told me that
Oh
and a
my
bunch of other
God.
things.
Oh,
Yeah.
yikes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah. One of them being cheating, but that wasn't the worst thing.
Wait, she cheated on you?
Yes.
Uh,
Twice.
Oh.
whoa.
Wait, how long did you
Cyberbullying
date
is
her?
worse, right?
We were together for about from like March to August.
You guys were together for like 5 months and she cheated twice?
I
Yeah.
know that's
Yeah.
a lot.
Who has the time?
Yeah, I don't know who's making the time. I can't even.
Jesus
Yeah, how does she have the
Christmas.
time to do that?
I
and
got
to
a
be bullying
freaking
you a bunch?
laundry pile up to the ceiling.
I
Yeah.
know. Oh
Give
my
me-
God.
But
I haven't even had my coffee.
I haven't even had my chunky, milky coffee yet.
Thanks, Allie.
I just give everybody food poisoning so they have to stay longer.
So that you can read their diary
Yeah.
and find their Reddits.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'll be like, God, Brittany talks so dumb.
It's like she's from the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is she from Rainier, Washington?
Or something.
Or something like that?
Yeah.
I didn't know that she also told you that about the fake accounts.
No,
That's
no.
crazy.
Well, actually, what it was that I went home because like the information really hit me, and I needed to like go home. And then she told Lee. Lee was still at that mic, and she told Lee that, among other things, that I also found.
Oh my God.
my
This
God.
person sounds terrible.
This is not a good person.
Oh.
Well,
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
do we know this person?
No,
No,
no, you
it's
don't
not
know
a
this
common-
Not a
person.
common
Gabby
person.
met her.
Yeah.
Gabby met her.
Did you get the ick from her?
What did you think?
I literally, this happens to me so rarely, but she is the one person I had an absolutely neutral impression of, which is a red
Interesting.
flag. Which is a red flag.
That's true, yeah. If somebody's like, especially if you're meeting somebody's friend for the first time, they should try to be fun.
It
know what I
wasn't
mean?
like she wasn't fun. I was like, she's trying. I'm not personally entertained, but like
Yeah.
maybe she's good, maybe she's bad. I'm glad Lucas is happy. Like, time
Also,
will tell.
Yeah.
I think it's tough to if you're a comic and all your friends are comic, bring in a non-comic like significant other.
Yeah.
And then everybody's like riffing and being like booga booga and shit like that. And then because that's how comics act. And then and then like they're just sitting around being like, I'm trying to be fun too.
That's my
I mean?
girlfriend at parties, and she's not a comic. And
She is funny though.
She's fun.
Yeah.
I've met her.
yeah, she's super
But
funny.
yeah, see, some people can hang with comics, but then
Yeah.
if you're not somebody like that, then I think it can be really intimidating.
That's the thing is that Sylvia's naturally goofy.
Yeah,
She's got a real
Yeah.
goofiness to
Yeah.
her.
She's
Yeah.
whimsical.
She got a sense of whimsy. What the last time we were all hanging out, she's like sitting there kind of quietly, and she looks at her phone. She just goes, "Holy shit! I just remembered at this house party a week ago, I DM'd Barack Obama." And all the comics who were like riffing loudly were quiet, and they were like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. But she's like such an honest tone. I wasn't
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
but I know exactly how she would have said it.
She DM'd him like she was like drunk at her friend's house,
No,
and
she's
she
on
was
some
like,
list somewhere.
Hey,
she was
Barry.
like, "Hey Barry, it's my friend
Yeah,
Corey
she
and
probably
Elaine's
knows.
birthday. Can I get a shout out for them?"
That's so funny.
Like he's a radio teacher.
God,
Oh
well,
my
to be
God.
fair, I did ask a similar thing of Anne Hathaway. I DM'd Anne Hathaway for like the final Anne Hathaway open mic because I was like, okay,
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that makes
to
sense.
see if I could get like a cute little message that I
Yeah.
could share.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I got absolutely no response, so I decided to then play a prank where I pretended that I had gotten her to make a live appearance, and then I was like, psych, she's not here.
Oh, that's nice.
It was such a long game. It was fantastic.
I played it up the whole day.
He went on stage. He was like, "I'm actually verified on Instagram," and then I the little
You were
face
like,
I
I'm
went,
verified on Instagram. Yeah.
I messaged Anne Hathaway, and at first I just wanted her to send a video, but she's actually in Greenpoint filming a new movie. So I thought it would be amazing for her to make a live appearance. Give it up right now for the very wonderful Anne Hathaway, who is not here.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's too fantastical.
Oh,
The
no,
idea
I-
of her coming to an open mic is so ridiculous.
Hilarious.
But here's the thing, I
Her
thought.
brother's a comic. Her
Oh,
brother's
really?
a regular. Yes.
Oh.
Her brother's a regular,
Yeah.
regular open mic comedian.
And he lives
Yeah.
here?
Damn.
Yes.
Oh, damn, I didn't
Yeah.
even know that.
He has like kids now, so I don't think he performs anymore. But
Oh,
when
so
he-
he's not a comic? I don't know how you can have kids and be a comic. You're either a bad comic or a bad father, if that's the case. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, I also DM'd so there's this drag queen named Katya.
love her.
Oh, I love Katya.
Love her.
Katya.
I listen to their podcast all the fucking time, and I like have never even I don't even follow her on Instagram. I've never interacted with her, but I was high last night and I came across a TikTok that I feel like she would really like. Can I play it on the mic?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God, yes.
Oh my God, those freaking Doritos. Just put me at the end of one end of the table, set me up with a great big shovel, and just shovel it in my big goddamn mouth. I'll be happy. Yum.
You sent this to this lady? Or this person?
Yum. You're making me hungry. Yum.
I felt like she would like it.
You sent that to Katya?
I did.
Did you send any
Did
context?
she like
No.
it?
You
No.
just sent that alone?
I just sent that alone. No message.
Ali, can I tell you, I get so many random videos sent to me by absolute random. I've never met one of these people before.
Yeah, I've never met her. She has no idea who I am, but I was like,
You sent that on Instagram?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And I was like, if she does look at this, she'll like it. I know she'll like it. And all I need, like, she doesn't have to respond or anything. I just hope she sees it and has a good time, and
Wait,
she doesn't
it's
have
so
to respond.
weird though. You're like, I've been studying your life. I believe I know your preferences.
Yeah. I've like
Here's
listened
a video.
I've listened to like so much content by her that I'm like, she would really enjoy this.
Yeah.
And I hope she sees it.
I think that she actually would.
I think
really
she
like
would
that.
love
Yeah,
that.
that's
She
what
would
I'm
love
saying.
it.
I've recently gotten really into Drag Race.
Yeah.
And Katya is like one of my favorite queens. I think she really would love that.
Yeah. I've been like, I started watching Drag Race during season 3 in like 2010 or something.
Wow.
Life was different.
I know, life
I'll
was
say it.
so different
Wow.
back then. And like me and my friend Erin from high school would just watch it and be like, holy fucking shit. And then it like blew up. And it was just, it was so nice. Honestly, it was just really nice to see everybody get the credit that they deserved.
That is
Aw,
so
that's
sweet.
wonderful.
Shut up.
Okay, nothing earnest here.
I haven't seen season 4 and below. I started with season 5 this
Okay.
past summer.
Dude,
Yeah.
I think
you
I've only
gotta.
seen one season. I gotta get back into this.
The
It's so
earlier
good.
seasons
Yeah.
are the best because it's like during the early, it's like the era of reality TV where it's not just like hot people from Instagram trying to get more followers.
yeah.
It's like it's like a completely different show. It's absolutely bonkers and it's so good.
Wow.
You gotta watch the Untucked too.
Oh,
I've never
the
seen the
Untucked are
Untucked.
incredible.
The Untucked for season 5 are off the fucking chain.
Yeah,
So
they're-
many characters on season 5.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I like on the Untucked when they slurp their drinks and they're like,
I know. There's during season 6, Lagrange's like, "How you doing, Mama? How do we think it was, Mama?
That's a good
Slay,
impression.
Mama." And then everybody's like, like watching her just be way too much, and she's like, "Okay." It's so funny.
I like when Tammy Brown goes, "Teleport us to Mars."
I know. Come on, Teletubby, teleport us to Mars. I fucking love that goddamn show. It's insane.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
Oh, do you guys want to judge our listeners?
We
Yes.
do. We need judge.
We got
We need
listener
judging.
submissions.
Oh fuck yes.
We
Oh, I
got some
love
goodies.
judging.
Oh, yes.
They would
Okay,
never
I have
put me
one.
in a jury.
I have one pulled up right here.
Okay.
Hi, super cool, awesome hosts and super cool, awesome guests. I want to tell y'all
You don't
about
even know
how
me.
my fear of dogs started. I am over the fear now and have a dog now, but spent a solid 8 years of my life terrified of the little terrors. It all started New Year's Day, probably when I was about 6, so about 9 years ago. My family decided to go on a hike before going home to watch the Rose Bowl. In case you couldn't tell, we're American.
What? Who watches the Rose Bowl?
Americans.
My parents.
Not the Irish.
Yeah.
Americans.
First of all,
I'm sorry. I'll never say anything again.
don't ever
Wait,
talk to me.
is it relevant that they're American?
I don't know.
They
I don't
watched
think
the
so.
Rose
Afraid
Bowl.
of dogs.
An
Also,
American
yeah, this
pastime.
is so much context.
Yeah.
Let's get
Yeah,
to
yeah,
it.
okay.
Yeah,
We start to pass this other family with a small chihuahua. I'm the youngest and shortest of my family and walking behind the rest of my family. This dog is walking in front of its family. It passes my mother,
If
my
two
father.
trains are traveling, one is coming from this side, one is coming. Which one is gonna bite this kid's face? Like, why is
With
there
a
so
shitty-
much
with
weird
shit-covered
detail?
teeth.
Yeah.
There's so much information in this.
I know. It passes my mother, my father, and my sister, and finally walks past me. Except it doesn't. It stops, jumps up to my shoulder, and bites me completely undisturbed. I naturally start crying, and both my
Naturally.
and both my family and the other family end up waking to the hiking paths entrance and finding a park ranger or police officer. Wait, I thought you were at the Rose Bowl.
Wait,
No,
but
they were going
watched
home
the
to
Ro-
watch the Rose Bowl.
They were gonna watch
okay.
This is
this.
what happens when you have too much context, listeners.
Yeah.
all that has happened is a dog bit him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, we didn't even know
I like the
anything else.
colorful details.
yeah,
The
it's a
Rose
lot
I like them.
though.
I like them.
It's a chunky paragraph. Yeah.
It's like the milk in my house. I'm sorry. so
Chunky
dumb.
milk. Chunky milk.
Oh
We've
God,
called
no.
back to the milk like
So
6 times in this podcast.
Allie, Chunky Milk O'Neill.
Oh god.
Okay, so the dog
We can tell
bit
it's a
him.
sore spot.
Anyway, so and finding a park ranger or a police officer is something I don't quite remember. I'm already very upset because I was wearing my favorite shirt that day, and when I was that age, I wouldn't wear an outfit that didn't have any pink on it. This park ranger person
I love
had
this
the
person.
audacity to say maybe the dog bit me because I was wearing too much pink. I started crying harder, and I blame my fear on that park ranger guy.
I agree. I think that like whatever this was, it's some kind of weird like homophobia,
Yeah.
like gendery
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
and now they associate dog
Yeah, the
bites
dog
with
fear.
like
Yeah, he's
dog
like-
Yeah.
whistling.
He's
It's
like-
just the trigger is dogs to be like an identity related like thing that happened in their childhood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was like blaming this person for getting bit by the dog. It's like when they're like, "Oh, if you're on your period, don't swim in the ocean because a shark will
Oh,
get you."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
You ever
Yeah.
heard that?
I have heard it to the point where I thought it was true.
Well,
right
it
now.
is also like the sexual assault argument. Like, well, you shouldn't have been wearing that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But he got bit by a dog.
Yeah, I know. You should have been looking so tasty to
Yeah.
dogs.
You should have been wearing more muted colors, you
Yeah.
fucking idiot.
What is even the science? Do dogs love
They're also
pink?
colorblind.
Yeah, they can't
Oh
see.
yeah.
Yeah.
Boom.
That person
Nailed
should have
it.
said that
Yeah.
Like,
Well, this kid was
They were
4, so
4, yeah,
probably
so-
didn't know.
Yeah.
yeah, and they just got mauled by a dog.
Yeah.
It pretty much sucks that listener didn't stand up and say, dogs don't see color and you shouldn't see gender.
And that's why you're the only one that can stop Forest fires. Like, especially.
That reminds
let's
me,
do another
I
one.
went on a date with a guy, this will be quick. I went on a date with a guy who had a tattoo of a spider, and he was so boring and so dumb. And then I was like, why do you have a spider tattoo? And he's like, well, I used to be afraid of spiders, and now I'm not so afraid of spiders no more.
That's awesome.
And then I asked him
cool.
about another tattoo. He had a tattoo on his chest that was writing, and I was like, what does it say? And he's like, I don't remember, but I wrote it.
Oh my god.
That guy was so dumb.
What was it? It was written in a different language, I guess.
No,
He doesn't remember what it says, but it's written.
it's written in English across his chest, and he had like a low V on his. He had a
Oh,
button-up
good.
shirt on that was open a little bit, which just paints a very
doesn't
colorful
remember
picture of this
what-
Yeah, it
man.
really
Yeah.
does.
So it's written in a way where he can read it every day on his body, and he doesn't remember what it says.
No, his name was Giovanni.
Giovanni.
Wait, have you guys ever seen a show called Tattoo Fixers?
No.
It's one of the best shows. It's like people go into a tattoo studio with like bad tattoos that they've gotten from like being drunk or on trips and stuff, and then
Yeah.
they get it covered up with
Yeah, yeah,
something
yeah.
they actually like. And one of the best ones is this guy from like the north of England who's like, right, I went out with lads and we got into an argument, right, and they kept saying it was me and it wasn't me. So I got a tattoo saying it wasn't me, but he never says what he was accused of. They keep asking him like,
love
what
this
did you do?
accent.
He's like, it wasn't me. He just keeps.
And then Shaggy sent him a cease and desist.
Yeah,
Get the fuck out of here.
and then
May
he
he
brings
rest
up the
in
song.
peace.
Yeah, totally
Shaggy
unrelated.
dead?
Total coincidence.
Yeah, Shaggy died
Shaggy's
a few months
dead?
ago.
What?
Oh my god, really?
You guys got to get on top of it.
Yeah, we're
Shaggy died?
Shaggy
come I didn't
died
hear
like a
about
few
this?
months ago.
It was around the
Weird.
time the Queen was dying, maybe, so I lost
and
track.
Aaron Carter.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That
Happens
made
in
bigger news,
threes.
probably.
Shaggy,
Yeah.
Aaron Carter, and the Queen.
What
The
a
Aaron
weird
Carter
group.
death actually like really made me
It
sad.
made me sad too.
Were you a fan of his work?
I was a big fan. That's How I Beat Shaq.
Yeah, I love that song.
Lizzie McGuire and Andrew
Oh, okay.
Aaron Carter, and they're
He's
like,
alive.
Shaggy?
Yeah.
Okay, good. The Aaron Carter thing was weird for me too because a couple years ago,
No, he's not.
look him up.
Hold on.
a couple years ago, I got like weirdly obsessed with Aaron Carter. Like I was like, it was kind of like not ironic, but like because it's so silly, like How I Beat Shaq, the song.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so silly. It's a
So I
good
was
song.
like talking about Aaron Carter to everyone I knew.
Uh-huh.
Just like you talk about what's his name?
Dennis Rodman?
Dennis Rodman.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not dead. What the
And like my friends were making me shirts with Aaron Carter on them and everything. I started watching all of his Instagram lives. It's just like him DJing.
Oh, they were crazy.
Yeah, they were really crazy.
Oh, at the
so
end
I
of his
feel
life,
like
they were nuts.
weird about because when he died, I was like, I felt sad because I actually was kind of paying a lot of attention to him in the last couple of years. I mean, it
Yeah.
would have been sad anyway, but and then I also felt bad because I was making fun of him a lot for 2 years.
So you killed him, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like how you killed Shaggy.
Yeah.
I killed.
Wait, so
Do you
why?
think that his shoe is coming off?
Yeah.
So Shaggy's alive.
Shaggy's
Yeah, Shaggy's alive.
and I'm a
Yeah, Aaron
fucking
Carter's-
idiot.
Where did you hear that?
I don't know.
Do you know what Shaggy's real name is?
Shagafer,
Is it like
Shagafer Christie.
Is it like Richard or something?
No, it's so much worse.
Shagger for Coolidge.
His middle name is Richard, but his
Oh,
first
whoa.
name is Orville.
Oh wow.
Oh, it's like how
Butter? The popcorn?
Yeah.
he's the popcorn
Orville
guy.
Redenbacher. Yeah.
It's like how Marilyn Manson's real name is Brian Warner,
Oh yeah.
and then
I've
you
heard
take the
that.
makeup off, and you're like, yeah, he looks like a Brian Warner.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a fucked up
With the
guy.
makeup on, he looks like if he took it off, he would look like what's his face from Star Wars, Kylo Ren. He looks like they have the same facial structure to me.
Yeah, because the way, yeah.
Adam Driver, that's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
they look
Yeah.
like
He has
they.
a lot of like angles
the
and
same
like
Yeah, it's a-
like
yeah.
a spooky, kind of like the Babadook.
There's also like a slant.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah.
He kinda goes,
He does like deep contouring.
He
to
doesn't
look
look as
more
happy
gaunt.
as the Babadook. That's the thing. The Babadook seems gay because he looks so happy. That is that correlation. Everyone's like gay means happy, but people do look gayer when they're really happy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say.
Yeah.
As a queer woman,
I just can't speak to this. I mean, I fucked ladies, but I'm not gay about it. Okay. It's the most Boston shit I've ever said in my entire life.
when you fuck women, you've got a stern expression.
Yeah. I'm like, don't kiss me.
I'm serious about the craft.
Yeah. Okay, let's judge another listener.
Yeah.
Okay, let's judge another listener. So this one is wild. It has a lot of extra context, and I
Good,
don't
good,
know if it says very much at all. Hey there, lovely Meerkat parents. I have the weirdest story to tell
cute.
you. It's very cute.
Yeah.
So I went to an Orthodox Ukrainian church camp, and whenever I tell people about going there, they think it sounds like an insane asylum or illegal.
I was about to say that.
Yeah, it does. At the camp, we used to have a boys' and a girls' side, and during classes, we would have to leave. A bunch of the times, me and my friends didn't leave because we would hear the bell and be confronted by male counselors who were going to search our room. This happened every day. You would have a counselor who would rummage through your personal things to make sure you didn't have anything not allowed. We would do this thing where we were duct tape. This grammar is also not great. Where we were duct tape children to chairs and make them be tortured live in front of the camp. There's no like subject in this sentence.
Also,
it's
we
all
would
prepositions.
do this thing
Rush
makes
essay.
it sound like it's gonna be really
Also,
like fine.
she's
God.
like, some people think it's illegal, but we were just duct taping children to chairs and torturing them.
This sounds like what I was
Whoa.
told like hazing at frats was like.
yeah.
I remember one time we got in trouble because we had boys on the girls' side. So at 2:00 in the morning, we had to stand in a T pose with our hands facing the sky for 15 minutes. This happened for about 40 minutes. Halfway through the crawl, halfway through one crawl, started having an asthma attack. I think they mean one girl,
Maybe.
and the counselor started hackling at her. Maybe they mean heckling.
Cackling? Maybe cackling?
Cackling.
Yeah.
This
okay.
was only for the girls. The boys, on the other hand, had to do 15 knuckle push-ups on the concrete. And if you finished early enough, you had to run to the gate and back, which was about a 5-minute run. Oh boy, do I miss church camp. But at the same time, I don't miss getting put through literal child torture.
Oh, jeez.
Did you ever tell anyone about this, listener?
It sounds
Other
like the
than
camp
right
that
now.
Dr. Phil sends kids to.
This also sounds like my 7th grade math teacher, who if you got a problem wrong, you had to do push-ups in front of everyone.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Push-ups?
You'd have to solve a problem on the board under time pressure and then do push-ups.
What the fuck?
He was also a gym teacher, so.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever have to do them?
Yeah. Yeah.
How often did you have to do? Is that wait? Are you?
I don't know
actually-
if he did it all the time, but there was
Oh,
at
okay.
least one period or maybe a few times where it was happening.
Do you think the doctor who was like, "You look very physically fit," was like, "You look like you had to do a lot of push-ups in math class"?
Yeah.
She just came from math class.
Yeah.
So she's got her pump on.
Yeah.
You look like you don't do numbers too good. Like,
Yeah.
Man, this is
God.
wild though. The torture.
Yeah,
that
I
poor
just
thing. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
she's like, boy, do I miss church camp.
Oh, gee, I miss it.
Oh,
I miss
getting
put through the
tortured.
torture.
Yeah, I know.
So that one, Lucas, is part of
Yeah.
a two-parter. I don't know
Oh.
if we should do the whole thing, but TLDR, there's a person who wrote in. Their name is AO. They're a third-year computer science major at Texas A&M University. They want us to acknowledge their existence, which we do.
What's up?
They wrote they used AI technology to write a Selling Sunset fan fiction about Christine from the show meeting Lukas for the first time.
Whoa!
And they sent us this link where we can create AI fan fiction of our own about anything.
Wait, do we have
my
the fan?
God.
Dennis Rodman. Put Dennis Rodman in.
Okay, I'm gonna type out the link that they sent. It's chat.openai.com/chat.
Oh my god, okay.
Okay.
Wait, can you say it again?
I can also just do it because I have it here.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
you have to like sign up and shit.
Oh, fuck that.
Boo. What would you want a fan fiction about?
Dennis Rodman.
Yeah.
Meeting me at a resort and me being really cool.
Ooh.
And not mixing him up with Michael Jordan.
Definitely not mixing him up with another black guy.
You were for sure not in Space Jam. You deserve your own movie, Dennis.
Yeah,
Rodman.
like, what a legend. Fuck Space Jam. I wish that's how it went.
I'm gonna go finger my wife.
And then I want Dennis Rodman to be like, damn, that's your wife? And I'm like, yeah, she lets me finger her all the time. And then he's like, nice. I don't
And then
even
Kim
need...
Jong Un is like, nice.
Then he throws
Yeah.
you the basketball and you catch it well.
And I catch it in one hand, and then I go like this, and then I dunk it behind my head.
Dennis Rodman dated Carmen Electra. Did
Yes,
you
Oh
know
yeah,
that?
I remember that.
That's
I remember
right.
that.
That
Vivid
shit's
mem-
crazy.
Oh yeah.
And he
I
married
remember learning
himself.
that on Wikipedia when I was
Yeah.
12.
Oh, yeah.
Because I also thought the whole thing with him was he was like queer.
No, he just
No.
wore a bunch of like women's
looks
like
clothing
that,
to
yeah.
like freak people out.
Oh,
He would wear like wedding dresses and
Yeah.
like dye his
Yeah.
hair all like I feel like everybody who lives in Bushwick now dresses like Dennis Rodman in the 90s.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're absolutely right.
You know what I
Totally.
mean? They
Yeah.
all have like the really short dyed hair.
Purely
Yeah.
doing it for the bit, though.
Yeah, I know.
So are you saying he was the original Harry Styles?
He was the original
Ooh.
Harry.
One of 'em,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, David Bowie was the original, or Prince was the original Harry
Yeah.
Styles. Let's be real. But like, yeah, he was doing that shit in like very masculine circles and stuff. So I think that's pretty cool.
I think that is pretty cool. Yeah. Nice guy.
It's
that's
actually
pretty
making me log in to OpenAI. Let's actually see if I can try it.
All right, let's try. Oh, this
We
is
should all
exciting.
name one person or thing.
It's making me log in again. It's making me do the I am not a robot thing, which is kind of fucked
Wait,
up.
I'm gonna use the bathroom and then I'll be right back.
Two
Okay.
Yeah.
robots, right? Because like, what if you are? I'm trying to use a robot. Why shouldn't another robot be allowed to use a robot?
Yeah, did
Yeah.
people make those?
People make robots.
No, sorry. No, I'm wondering if
People make robots and then they backwards image search robots from a picture. From what Lucas said earlier.
What is
All right.
it?
Well, that callback didn't work. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, it's okay. It happens.
sorry, I was mostly just confused.
You should
The
say it again.
robot from
No, yeah,
From
yeah.
the
I get it now.
the Japanese lady.
cut that out. I cannot have this
Not
out
only are we
in
not cutting
the
it out, we're
world.
clipping it. We're clipping it, damn it.
And the end is
clip.
just me looking around being like, right, guys?
Right.
No.
At the
like
end,
when I was
everyone's
like-
all left. We just keep recording through the day. We're
Yeah.
like, gotta go.
It's like when I was like, my dead mom's funny, right, guys? And then everybody was like,
Everyone's like, whoa.
I'm so sorry that happened to you. And I'm like, no, you don't get it.
So if I just type in Dennis Rodman meets Ali O'Neill,
Ooh.
what will it say?
It only asks for 2 people? That's it? Is this like
You can
erotica?
type in anything you want.
It's a romance novel, right?
It is not clear. It says it is not clear what you were referring to with the statement Dennis Rodman meets Ali O'Neill. Dennis Rodman is a retired basketball player. It's telling me who's. Oh, it's actually being really mean to you. It just
Ali O'Neill is a no one.
It says Ali O'Neill is not a well-known public figure.
It's not wrong. Wow, I
funny.
can't believe I just got fucking negged by a robot.
Yeah. Oh man, Lucas, you gotta.
Lucas, you missed
gotta
it.
hear this.
I just got negged by this robot.
What did you? Oh my god.
So I tried to create a chatbot. Dennis Rodman meets Ali O'Neill.
Wait, can I read it aloud?
Yeah.
Or was it already read aloud?
Yeah, but
Not
just-
all of it.
just
Oh, okay.
Read it. I want to see your reaction.
Okay. It is not clear what you are referring to with the statement Dennis Rodman meets Ali O'Neill. Dennis Rodman is a retired professional basketball player who is known for a successful career in the NBA, particularly his time with... Okay. Ali O'Neill is not a well-known public figure, and there is no information readily available about... If you have any more context or information, please provide it, and I will do my best to...
That's
Wait,
that the
can you
whole
do
thing?
me, please?
Okay,
Please
Yeah,
do me.
what's it say about you?
Okay, Dennis Rodman meets Lucas Arnold.
I'm so excited.
Let's see.
I'm so excited.
Public figure Lucas Arnold.
Oh.
What if I said, I don't know if that's true.
oh.
It hasn't said anything yet.
Okay.
It's generated.
okay.
Well, I don't have a play button, so
Yeah.
Not to brag.
Oh, it's doing the same shit.
Oh.
Whoa.
yeah, fuck you, Lucas.
It says there's no context or information about the meeting between you two.
Oh.
Let me just type it in.
Isn't that what it's supposed to?
Yeah, I thought it just made stuff up for us.
That's what
Yeah,
I
I
thought.
thought that. Yeah.
I'm
I think
just
it
typing
looked
in.
at Wikipedia and like read out Wikipedia's for 2 people. That's
Well,
what
I
it's
don't
doing,
have
right?
Wikipedia.
I know, but it's trying to do
I'm
that.
on Famous Birthdays though.
Really?
Hell yeah.
FamousBirthdays.com. I'm on.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
So it was like there's no record of anything between Lucas Arnold and Dennis Rodman. So I wrote they hooked up, and the bot said it is not. Can you read it?
It says it is not appropriate to speculate or make assumptions about personal relationships or interactions between individuals without reliable information or evidence.
That's what this
What?
technology's for. I
Yeah,
thought
it's
that's
to
what we were
make it-
doing.
Please refrain from making assumptions or statements about
my
personal
God.
relationships without sufficient evidence.
It's like stop gossiping.
Be chill, dude.
Yeah,
Just
I know.
fucking give us the shit. Yeah.
What if I just wrote do a stand up set? Let's see what it says. Maybe
Yeah.
it's funny.
It's gonna be like, don't assume that I can do a stand-up set. This is like the Well Actually robot.
The
That's what it
tone is
really
very much my culture is not your costume.
Yeah.
It's very. What is it saying now?
Stand-up comedy is a form of comedy. Okay, fuck you.
Oh my god, I hate this
over
chat.
it.
I hate this
I'm
AI.
over it. Fuck.
Wait, do 2 actually famous people. Sorry, Lucas.
Okay, let's see.
No. Dennis Rodman and who would be a good person? Who do you want to see him get together with?
Who else do I think about all the time?
Katya?
Oh, Marion. Oh, okay. Yeah.
What about
Dennis
Marion?
Rodman and Omarion.
Oh yeah, that's good.
And Katya.
And Katya.
And Katya, yeah. That's a good
Alright,
trio.
I also really have to pee. I'll be right
I remember
Yeah,
one
please.
time I was dating this guy who's like 6'2". He was a white guy and he used to wrestle. And he was like, if you could fuck anybody, who would it be? And I was like, probably Omarion. And he's like, why are you with me?
Oh no! Okay, so it's saying who Omarion is. It's saying who Katya is. It's saying it's not. They need more context about the meeting.
This is a dog shit AI.
I fucking hate you, AI.
I love how this person was like, I want you to recognize me. Here's a thing I made for you. And we're like, this sucks.
It does kind of suck. Yeah.
People. Damn, people are like, robots are gonna take over the world. I'm like, not at this pace.
There's
I
I
find
know.
this unfunny.
Okay, can we try one more thing?
Yes.
Can you be like, Dennis Rodman, like, goes to the beach with Katya? Like, give it just like a little bit more.
That's good. Yeah,
What if I just looked up a different fan fiction AI?
That's a good idea.
Fan fiction.
I feel like there's got to be one available where you don't have to make an account.
AI.
There's got to
yeah.
Yeah. Hollow AI.
be.
Okay.
Okay.
Start writing. It's free. Okay, I will. Write something. Pick a starting point. Select a data set. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. Title here. Dennis Rodman
Goes to the beach
goes to the beach
with Katya Zamolodchikova.
with
Full
Katya,
Oh, I
name.
can't believe you can say her last name.
Oh,
the drag queen.
I've become such a huge fan of Drag Race. I love it so much.
Do you watch?
I do.
You
Yeah,
fucking
yeah. I
got
love
it, dude.
it.
It's so good.
I love it so
They
much. The
went-
reason I started is because I did Jinx Monsoon's podcast this summer.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and then I started with her season, and then I worked my way up.
Oh, it's incredible. I love her.
Oh, she's amazing.
Should I pay $4.99 for this service? Yes, I'm doing it.
Oh my god.
I'll write it off on my freaking taxes.
It's a business
You can.
expense.
We have video evidence. Fucking
I honestly think I will. I'm gonna do it.
$4.99.
pull out your card.
$4.99. Error
Oh my
creating
God.
check. You know what? I'm over AI. I really am. The only AI I like is Sophia the robot. She's cool as hell. Do you know her?
Yeah.
No, I
Sophia?
don't know about her.
Sophia the robot.
Is that your girlfriend?
Yeah, that's her. Yeah, she's not
Like
a comic.
Plankton and
She's a robot.
SpongeBob?
Yeah.
She's yeah.
Plankton's wife and SpongeBob, and you're like, she's so funny. She just DM'd Barack Obama out of the blue. She's so silly. And you programmed her to do that?
She DM'd Barack
God, she's so
Obama a
quirky.
photo of a Japanese woman. Brittany tried to do that callback, and it ate shit with us both. I'm just telling him what happened. I'm just telling him what happened. Oh my
did
god!
I knock something?
No.
No.
You didn't.
Oh,
I
good.
just wanna make
How long have we been freaking recording?
a little over.
It's been 2 hours. Okay, wow.
So long.
Ooh.
I'm kind of loving this. We should go to our final segment though.
Okay.
It's actually, hold on. I'm gonna break for one moment just so I can adjust something with the camera because I think it only has like a couple minutes left of space.
Okay,
so I'm gonna free it up.
I'll go pee too.
Yeah, you go pee.
Wait, you sit down and I'll pee between your legs.
That's what I want.
I've done that once. That's how you get pissed on. Yeah. A boyfriend of mine at the time. We thought it would be like funny and goofy and silly, but then I just got pissed on by accident.
Didn't I meet your mom last time I was here? Was she visiting?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I think the only like comedian friend of mine who my mom has met is Gabby.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
you met Gabby.
Wait, yeah. No, wait,
I'm
you did
Lucas's
meet my
mom.
mom,
Your mom
walking
was here.
out. Yeah.
It was on the way out.
Yes.
It was like real brief, but
It was very, yeah. No, you did meet
I was
my
like,
mom.
I'm pretty sure that was his mom. But yeah.
That means you recorded with us last year around the same time.
No, I think it was
it was-
earlier this
It
year.
was early this
Oh.
year. It
Yeah,
was
around
in,
like May.
It was June, I think.
Shut up,
May or
Gabby.
June.
Early June. Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm sorry.
Stop being a fucking idiot.
All right, enough fun.
Okay.
We're gonna
Enough
get to
fun.
our serious.
Back to
Oh, we
Yeah.
end on a sad note? Let's do that.
Let's end on a sad
Indeed,
note.
yeah.
Sounds good.
So, what we do at the end of the every episode, Brittany knows this.
Oh,
is,
yeah.
we.
Oh. It's so nice.
It's like Memento.
I forgot
ju-
about this. I'm so excited for this part. Really. Really.
I can't wait
am.
for you to say something that I'm not impressed by. And then Brittany did all of this for it.
Sometimes, Brittany, the more earnest you sound, the more like cutting it is.
I'm aware. I
She's
have
got
a big
bits about it.
problem. I got a lot of bits about how I sound like really mean when I'm trying to be like, I really like you guys.
Everything she says sounds like a joke.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't know if we're friends.
I don't know either. You said that boob pic, so it has to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
imagine
also
if she was
can't-
like fucking freak and you're like, I love it. And then you just have to hang out with me for years after
Yeah,
that.
I guess we'll start a podcast as well.
It's a long game.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Ali, we have this thing called Self-Perception Corner, where we ask our guests to describe how they believe they are perceived by other people, and then we actually say how we actually perceive you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fun.
Do you want to go first or you want me to go first?
I think we're doing you because I've already done it. Right?
You can talk. You can also talk about how your perception of yourself has changed.
Wait, how
since
about
the last time we met.
since you've been in this corner before, why don't you give one to Ali first?
Oh yeah, why don't you give Allie?
Yeah.
I tell her how I perceive her.
Yeah.
Well, then Allie should say how she perceives herself first.
Oh yes, no, yeah, that's
and
exactly
then we'll
right.
go
yeah.
Brittany, me, Lucas.
How I
Okay.
perceive myself or how I think
How
other
you-
people perceive me.
How you think other people perceive you? Yes.
Okay, well, actually, I have a story about this. Have you guys ever been to the Grizzly Pear?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yes. Familiar with her work.
So there's a bartender over there who is an old man who one time me and Brittany were like sitting at the bar and there was like this trivia thing happening where you had to like guess a song that was like in a movie. And he, like, somebody guessed something wrong, and he leaned over the bar, and he was like, no, you're wrong, it's this one. And this guy's, like, a lot and big, and then I pointed at him. I'm like, sometimes I'm afraid that's how I come off. And then Brittany was like, no,
yeah.
you're not like that. So that's how I think I'm perceived by other people is, like, I think I come off as, like, really intense and weird. And, like, hold on, I gotta work on my self-esteem. I think that people think I'm very tough, but I'm not. I think I'm a very sensitive little baby under here, but I think I come across as like very Boston, I guess, if that makes sense. But sometimes I do lean into it for comedic
Yeah.
value.
And it works.
You know what I mean? But I think
Yeah.
I'm a sensitive little baby.
I would say I kind of agree in that when I first met you, I was like, not that I thought that anything would like
You
that
met
we would
before today, right?
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
no,
Okay.
but I will say only a handful of times. It
Yes,
really,
we
it-
haven't like really
No, yeah,
like
yeah,
talked
yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah. But yeah, when I first met you, I was like, okay, this is a very what I would call like a tough exterior.
Yeah.
Sort of like someone like seems like very like hard as nails and stuff. But yeah, yeah, rock
know.
solid.
It's the beanie and the graphic tees and all the tattoos.
It really it is
Yeah.
kind of.
And then
the
I'll, like,
nose
not-
ring as well.
I
And
know.
because you walk up to everybody and move, you like open your arms up and move like this.
Oh, yeah, I walk up like
you make
this.
yourself big when you introduce
It
yourself.
happened
like
to me.
like approaching a bear,
yeah.
Or like,
like,
trying
I'm
to size
big.
someone up for a
making
fight,
myself
kinda.
as like big as.
Yeah. Like I got dumped by a guy because he didn't think I was vulnerable enough, and then like 2 days later, two separate people that I met that night, I was like, "Hey, what's up?" And they were like, "Oh, what's up? Oh, what's up?
Yes.
Oh, what's up?" And I'm like, "Is that what I'm like?" And then people are like, "Yes,
Wow.
Damn, they came for you.
they did," but they didn't know that I was going through all of that, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, I have trouble being vulnerable."
Oh my god.
I've been trying to be more vulnerable too. I know this section's about you, but it also is related because I'm about to have to tell you how I feel about you, and I am freaking out. I did this on Thanksgiving. I was with a bunch of comics, and a couple of them, and they're all people I really like, get along with really well. A couple of them were like saying nice things to me. They're like, "Oh, this," and like, "Oh, you're so," saying I was funny and like all this stuff. And it was just really nice and genuine, but I was getting so uncomfortable.
It makes me crawl out of my skin.
Yeah, and then I feel the same way towards them, and I was like, okay, you feel weird? Here's your opportunity to practice, like, sharing how you feel. Because me and my therapist were trying to work on that, too. So I did it, and it was so awkward, because I did the sarcastic sounding thing. I was like, yeah, I like you guys. I'm having fun. I'm glad I'm here. And I also contextualized it. I was like, I'm trying harder to, like, let people know how I feel, so that's why I did that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my
Wait,
god.
Ali, I have a question.
Yeah.
So like this sort of like this look, this aesthetic that you've like cultivated.
Yeah.
When did you have you
little
always like dressed and presented yourself this way, or was there like an age where you like adopted this style?
Ooh, good question.
So I've always been like alt.
Okay.
Which I hate describing myself as, but like it's the
Yeah.
general thing. Like I was a goth teenager.
Okay.
And
okay.
so like I've always kind of like had like I guess have like dressed a little bit edgy.
Yeah.
But I do remember like high school and like when I went off to college trying to like really distance myself from like the white trashness of me. And then when I like left college and then realized that that is like what kind of like makes me funny and unique, then I like leaned into it more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I like grew up like in Boston and like my brother's been to jail and like shit like that. Like I grew up hard.
Yeah.
You know? And
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it does like all come from like a real place, but it also is what like makes me funny. You know what I mean?
Well, the
Yes.
realness is the funny part.
yeah.
Always.
And then I think the juxtaposition of being like, yeah, I love wrestling, but I cry when I drop my shampoo bottle and it scares me. Yeah. I cried the other day because my dog, okay, so my dog came from a really tough situation. She was like a backyard breeder and like never like lived in a house before and was like clearly abused.
Yeah.
And so she would dream and she would be having these dreams where like she was like barking and running and I'm like, I don't know if this is like a fun dream or like a trauma dream. And then the other day she had a dream where she was like sleeping and wagging her tail a ton.
Oh yeah.
And that made me cry.
Aw.
So I was like,
Would have made me cry. That's
yeah,
beautiful.
I'll like hold her head in my hands and I'll be like, I hope you like your new life. And she's just like, because she's dumb. She doesn't know anything. She's a dog. And so, yeah, I'm sensitive.
I could kind of tell, but in a good way, not in a way where it's like I think you're gonna break in half.
Yeah.
I'm not fragile.
You're
Yeah.
not
No, yeah.
fragile.
Yeah, you
but-
don't do that thing people do when they're sensitive and then they explode at people because they
Oh,
overinterpret
yeah.
like what you're saying.
I
or
do
whatever.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
I'm bad about that.
You
yeah.
explode?
I implode.
You don't seem like you would.
But yeah,
I
you,
know. Well, that's what makes it so shocking when it happens. I'm a little bit like but it's only like when I'm super wound up tight, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Have I ever seen you explode? I feel
No,
like no, not
no.
really.
Can you
Oh,
give us
okay.
like an example of what it's like
Yeah.
when you explode?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what is this, like twice a year? That's
This
not bad.
is terrible. I was taking off my boot and I was using like an ottoman to take it
Oh, yeah.
pry it
Yeah,
off,
yeah.
to like push it and then pry it off. And my girlfriend was like, "Don't take your boot off on the couch. You'll get a footprint on the couch." And I think I was really cranky at something else that day. So I was like, I would never think to ruin that perfect yellow couch with my disgusting boot. I don't know what you think I am.
You're suddenly just screaming.
You're the dad who had a bad day at work and he comes in, he's like, why are there Legos everywhere?
Yeah.
It's not about the Legos.
It's funny
You're
because
like Ralph
That's what my
Cramden
dad
to the moon.
my dad was the same way. Like growing up, my
Oh, shit.
dad's big pet peeve. It's gonna sound so dumb. My dad's big thing is water on the floor. When there's water on the floor, my dad doesn't know what to do with himself. He's like, "Why is the floor wet?"
Dude, my dad was the same way. I remember one time I was like probably 8 and he had a box. So he was like an HVAC guy and he was like very handy and whatever. He had a box full of like bungee cords and he hung all the bungee cords on like the sides of the box so they wouldn't get tangled in the box. But I was a kid, so I was like, oh, let me put them all in the box. So they're all in the box. And then I was like, Dad, I put all the bungee cords in the box. He's like, now they're going to get all tangled. And I was like, I thought I was doing a good thing. And he's like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh.
And then he smashed his phone on the floor.
Oh no. You're trying to be so helpful.
I
were
know.
trying
That's
your
why I'm like
best.
this.
Yeah.
My dad's like that too. Oh yeah, we have the same family.
We have the same dad.
basically.
Oh
Yeah.
really?
Oh.
Very
It's
similar.
crazy. And
Yep.
we've also had all the same relationships.
Uh-huh. One time we were talking to Josh Johnson.
Oh my God, yeah.
And we didn't give any context. We're like, yeah, we dated the same guy. Because
Yeah.
we have one guy from our past who's like the exact same
A narcissist.
person. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love.
And like the same like trajectory of what happened in the relationship and
Yeah.
how it ended and everything. So we're always like, yeah, it's the same guy. And we said that and Josh for like an hour and a half thought we were talking about having dated the exact same person.
Yeah, and he's
Oh.
like, how did you two
not
date
having
the
any-
same guy?
Yeah, yeah.
Because it makes no sense.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You should say how you feel about her now.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
I'm nervous.
Come on, Brittany. Come on.
Ali.
I'll finger you after.
I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
Oh.
This is really romantic.
This
Okay.
is beautiful.
When I did first meet you, I thought you were. I was like, oh, I think I was intimidated because you seem tough.
I'm not. I'm fully not.
And now I know you're just a piece of shit. No, but you're like you're really perceptive and sweet, and you're really caring. And I
So
feel so weird saying this. I'm gonna keep going. I don't know. You're a really good listener. You're a really good friend.
Aw.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think you're a really good
Great
friend,
friend. And you're
too.
funny. Obviously, you're really funny.
Yeah, you're funny
And you're
too, or
super
whatever.
weird.
Oh yeah, that's I think a lot of our shit. A lot of shit that brings us together is just really weird shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
This
will
is
say
being
I
real
feel
weird.
immediately comfortable around you guys because I don't
Yeah.
think you're judging like either of us.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
you were very open to immediately with like being an iPad kid. I was like, okay, no, I'm very at ease now.
Yeah, I remember I came in, I was like, I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and you're like, I'm surprised by that. And I was like, I'm on the YouTube.
I'm on the tube.
I'm on the tube.
Because I feel like even sometimes around comics or creative people, there's somehow a pressure to be cool, even though none of us,
Oh yeah,
not
yeah.
a single person who is doing this is
Especially
cool.
on a pod, too. at the
Yeah.
same
Yeah.
time.
Oh, I feel that constantly.
Yeah.
I'm always
yeah.
on it. Yeah.
I also
Yeah.
feel like people, like, I have never felt cool in my entire life, and people always think I'm cool because I have a nose ring, and so I think I try really hard to be like, no, I'm not cool.
Yeah.
I promise I'm not cool because I'm not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
I
what
just
a cool
look,
person
I just,
says.
I just
funny enough.
look cool, but I promise I'm so lame. I'm so lame.
But that's the weird thing about being cool is part of it is just looking cool.
I think
you know?
I think that being actually cool is liking the shit that you like
Yes, I agree.
unapologetically.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is absolutely.
Yeah.
it,
That's what being cool actually is.
That's
Because if-
why
Yes.
I've been told that I'm so
yeah.
uncool, I
Shifting
loop
yourself.
back around to cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's how I feel sometimes.
I think that's true.
I'm really
yeah.
such a dork. Like I'm embarrassed of it sometimes, and other times I'm like, no, that is who I am, and that's what my friends laugh
And
at.
you lean
and I
into it.
love when my friends laugh.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'll keep doing that.
Yeah. No, it would be uncool if you were like, I'm not a dork.
I'm not a fucking dork.
I like basketball or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know.
Or if like I started dressing exactly like you, like I did that one time.
Like you are right now. Look at
You're,
us
you're
right
a very
now.
similar color scheme.
Yeah,
right
you
now,
guys are
yeah.
kind of
One time-
matching.
God.
One time I was going to Allie's.
I was so mad.
I was also mad at myself because I knew what was happening. So like I was going to Allie's place to record the pod, and I had on cut off black jeans, black shorts, a graphic black tee, high top white sneakers,
Wow.
and I walked out and I was like, oh, this is exactly what Allie would wear. But I didn't want to go back and change. Like all my other options were bad. It was that stupid butterfly t-shirt I'm wearing, which would have been the opposite of you, kind of. So I didn't change, and I was like, she's not going to be wearing exactly this. And I show up, and she was wearing exactly that.
Oh my god.
And so her solution,
then
her
my-
solution was to go through all of my t-shirts and see if she could find a t-shirt that doesn't look like my t-shirts. So she went through my t-shirts for mad long, being like, I've seen this one before. This one, I've seen this one before. And just looked through all of my t-shirts.
And I didn't change into them because it would have made me look even more like her because they're her shirts.
Yeah, and so then we just went to
Idiot.
the next place looking exactly the same.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Have we ever? I don't think we. Do we own any similar clothes?
Not at all.
No.
I don't think you and me have a single piece of crossover.
Gabby, you never
in our
dressed like a
wardrobe.
college professor?
There's that comic the other day. You're like, he's dressed like a tree.
Yeah, because he had a green top on and brown pants.
And then he tried to use it on stage.
And it bombed.
And it bombed. Oh no!
Shout out Kevin Mulheron.
Oh,
Kevin!
I know the exact shirt and pants too. I've seen him
I've
wear
seen
He
them.
him.
looks like a
wear-
tree.
Yeah.
Okay, the other
I
day.
wear exactly the same sort of clothes. As
Yeah.
well.
My
Yeah.
friend
Yeah.
Nick texted me the other day being like, I was watching The White Lotus and I thought of you because of an outfit Portia was wearing. And to be clear, that is the character who wears the ugliest outfits on the whole show. To
Oh,
the point where
wow.
everyone's
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about it's like
Yeah.
everything like from Shin. Or what's that fast fashion?
Yeah.
Shein.
She dresses like somebody who's like guessing what the kids dress like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, I thought of you. Fuck you.
What was the outfit? Did he tell you which one?
No, he just said it reminded him of Mike General style. So much worse.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like Graham K posted on his Instagram that one of the shirts that one of the people in the show was wearing is what he wore for one of his specials.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So funny.
I like when Mike Birbiglia goes up and he's like, yeah, I'm just wearing this shirt today. It's like the most normal shirt. He's like, people thought I was just wearing this shirt to like put on the act of a normal guy, but I didn't think about what shirt I was going to wear. I just put this shirt on.
He's like, I'm a real normal guy.
Yeah.
Okay?
Not like
Original
other normal
recipe.
guys.
Yeah.
Wait, have you guys seen Stavros Halkias's new special?
I haven't
Yes,
seen
I have.
it.
I loved it.
And
I thought
also,
it was so much.
I went online and I was like, I got to get myself a leopard button-up. But I was like, I don't need to look gayer than I already look.
Well, did you see that because of that button up and also because his red glasses, a number of people pointed out to him that he was wearing the Ali Wong uniform.
Oh my God. That's so
funny.
true.
That's unbelievable.
That's so Ali Wong is so hot, dude.
Yeah,
She is
and
really hot.
especially
Fucking
pregnant.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? Do you wait?
Yeah, I think pregnant chicks are hot.
Yeah?
Chicks. Pregnant chicks. I think
Pregnant
pregnant
chicks.
chicks.
But not a gay way.
But not a gay. I'm not gay about
Tough
it.
to make
But
it
I would
clear.
fuck a pregnant chick. And then I
Hey.
shatter the fourth wall.
If you're pregnant and single, meet Ali.
Allie O'Neill.
Guys,
Only third term.
we gotta have you plug yourselves for
Yes,
the third
please.
time.
Okay, yeah, I
women.
gotta get out of here.
Yeah, we gotta
I
Yeah.
gotta go.
The rails.
Plug and promote anything that you guys have going on.
Please listen to the podcast.
It's not out
Yes.
yet.
It's
It's
not
coming
out
out in
yet. Well,
January.
it might be out by the time this episode is out. It'll be out in January.
Yeah.
It's called Worthless Clowns. Follow us
Worthless
on
Clowns.
Instagram.
Follow us on Instagram.
We're gonna be posting clips soon and a bunch of and the picture of me in my shirt on the tramp or the
Oh,
trampoline.
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta
and
plug
the
that.
boobs. You can see it all.
You can
Beautiful.
see the boobs, you can see
Yeah.
the trampoline.
Yeah.
You can follow me on Instagram at It's Ali O'Neill.
Yeah, follow me at Britonis Cardwell. And I guess
Thanks for having us.
we
Thank
also
you
have,
for being on.
Thank
we
you
also have
guys.
shows. Sorry to put more.
No,
on
plug
here.
shows. Plug shows, yes.
Yeah, I have 2 shows every week. One is it's called Ambush. You can follow us at Ambush Comedy. Drool at Drool Comedy.
Yeah, and I have a show called NYC
You're
is
wearing
Dead.
the hat.
And I'm wearing the hat.
Beautiful.
It's called NYC is Dead. Follow us, NYC is Dead Comedy, on Instagram for dates.
Nice.
All right.
Thank you for having us on. This
Thank
is
you so
fun.
much.
Thank
This
you
was
guys.
basically our Christmas episode.
This basically is, yeah. This is our
Aw.
last episode before we
This felt
reconvene
like
in
a
January.
Christmas hang.
It did. Didn't
really did.
Yeah.
We were kind of dressed Christmassy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
You're like a tree that's sick with black pants.
I
I'm
go
like a
on
tree
stage
with
the night
cancer.
I say
No,
that.
you're like a
eat
Pacific
shit.
Northwest tree.
Oh,
This
oh.
is the dark green.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
And I'm wearing the same outfit I've been wearing for 3 days, which I told you before.
And I got a stain on my pants.
Oh yeah, me too.
And
all-
a
we all
partridge
smell
in a
delicious.
pear tree.
I haven't showered in a while. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I won't
Ooh.
lie. That's my plug. I
Yeah.
haven't showered in a while.
Yeah. Plugging for me, I have a show New Year's Eve with my sketch group, 24-Hour Kiss
Ooh.
Club. We were going to be posting about that on Instagram. I hope that's still going on. We had some stuff that we had to cancel because like everyone got COVID this past week.
Oh, jeez,
And
bro.
so fingers crossed that still happens. I hope it does. But then January 5th, I'm going to be having the first, hopefully first of many. It's going to be called First Impressions. It's my own show that I'm going to be starting at Caveat. January 5th at 9:30 p.m. Details are on my website as well as the ticket link. Check it out. Yeah.
Awesome.
What about you?
What do I have to plug? Oh God, this has been a dry month, baby. My good friend Divya and I are starting a bi-weekly show called If We Did It Comedy. It's a comedy.
It started.
It started.
And it started
yeah.
well, if I'm not mistaken.
Divya.
Oh yes, it was
Yeah,
a
it
fun.
did.
It was a fun ass show. We're gonna start it bi-weekly. Venue to come, details to come. It's a murder mystery comedy show.
Ooh,
So it's gonna be fun as hell.
Hell yeah.
And I got a couple spots coming up. Look me up on Hip Soccer Mom. Not on Instagram, just on Hip Soccer Mom. Oh, and I'm going to South Africa for 2 weeks. I'm going to be hanging out with my colonizer granny. So
Nice.
call, text, message, and I'll be around.
I'm going to be in London for the holidays, hating on the Irish. Yeah.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna be in Boston hating on London. But
Nice.
they're not gonna know anything about it.
London, what's that?
I'm gonna be like, we won the war, and they'll be like, no, you didn't. I starved you guys out of here.
Where are you going to be? Who are you going to be hating on?
I want to be in Washington, hanging with my family,
Hating on the
talking
Irish.
about the dog
Yeah.
instead of our feelings.
Cool.
And that's
what
beautiful.
we're doing.
And that's been the last episode of Two Nosy Meerkats of 2022.
Yep.
Oh.
Stay tuned. Big things to
Stay
come
tuned.
in 2023.
Big things in 2023. Can't wait to see you guys next year.
Bye.